The Farm to Table show, and of course, I'm Keith, and brother Ryan. He's on his way to the stage. We're about to do the opening ceremony here, and I've got Scott back by Big Red. And if you guys don't know who Big Red is, well, wait to find out later because I have volunteered to got volunteered to ride Big Red a little bit later. Anyway, we are about to do the opening ceremony, and again, we are here at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. We will be doing live coverage all day long. We'll have speakers, we'll have demonstrators, we have vendors, and a lot more. We've got a lot to talk about, and we got some interesting people that will be coming up to talk to us today. And one of those happens to be a former person on, what's the name of that show? Yeah, Forged in Fire. That's right. So Forged in Fire is one of the contestants there. He is here with us today, and a little bit later on, maybe we'll be able to get him to sit down with us because we want to get a little bit of the behind the scenes of what went on there. I don't know if he can tell all, but we'll get him to tell as much as we can. Anyway, so yeah, here in just a little bit, we will be rolling back to Scott, who will be there with the American flag as we play the national anthem. So I'm looking back over my shoulder here, trying to see if they're just about ready. And so yeah, and this morning, by the way, if you guys was with us yesterday, you know that we had a fried pie tasting right in front of you to see if we liked them or not, and we loved them. A lot of people love them, and these are the fine people that's right here over our shoulders. And just want to say good morning, Lone Cross Scotty. Good to see you out there this morning. Of course, you're generally one of the first ones to come in and turn on the lights with us, and glad to see you out there. Feel free to chime in anytime you want. We'll try to grab it when we can. So anyway, once again, we're just sitting here at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. Hey, listen, if you guys are anywhere near, come on out to the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous because there is nothing like being live, meeting people in person. Okay, we're about to start, and so I am going to shoot this over to my brother Scott. You ready, Scott? I'm not ready. No, for some reason we don't have your feed, and that would just be turn it on, by the way. Do you know where to turn it on at? Okay, right down on the left side there's a switch. Yeah, so there's a switch right down on the very bottom left back, and push it. Okay, hold on, we're praying. Hang on, it just says on. That's it. That's a bust. What? Okay, they still have, that was the national anthem. And we're going to kind of tune in and get some more of the opening ceremony here.
And that was our computer to tell stories of self-reliance, local community, local food, and community resilience, one conversation at a time. Consider it all as Homestead food itself. Ordinary people choose to take back extraordinary responsibility for their food, their families, and their future. It's about food freedom. It's about living the American dream. Not the consumer version we've been sold, but the real one. Land, liberty, and local living. And today I want to introduce someone who lives this dream out loud. He's not just talking about it, he's doing it.
Okay, so we're going to go on over to Scott to take a listen to Ryan.
Good morning, Marco. I woke up everyone here. The biggest thing I want to do is the resetting of America. The thing of this year's expo is bringing the past to the present for the future. In 1934, there were 7 communities in the park. Now it's just 2 million. That goes folks broken away from the foundation of that we ever did. In 1945, Americans were 45% of the food in the backyard. In 2020, it's estimated that less than 1% of the food was not in the backyard. Folks ask, where are we going? What's the future? Well, the fact is, we're not. The one thing we did know is the future was long to be there. And health comes from the first diet. The first agriculture employs a lot more people than a modern agriculture. So just to vision this dream, people looking at it as an empty country, just like our ancestors did. Pioneering new movements. This is the spirit of pioneers and visionaries. In the spirit of today, you are pioneers. You are all pioneers in your city of America. What does that mean? It means that God put on the land, that your land, everything that's so hard. And those that do, this is not a fact. The fact still remains that some of us now are living in the family farm because they couldn't make it. And know that the truth will not hold from the
Well, there you have it, folks. The opening talk by Dwayne Hall from Red Feather Farms, who was giving us quite an opening about the resettling of America. And so, anyway, we're about to get ready to start the activities of the day. Vendors are set up and ready to go. And hey, if you happen to be in this area, you guys come on out to the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. And I think the tickets are $15 per adult, and there is also $5 for children 12 and under. So, anyway, and my brother is back in the saddle again.
We are here. We're ready to go.
So, and we got Scott.
Hey, good morning, Scotty. Good morning, Ed Kirkpatrick. Shane, of course, Greg Duncan out being, hanging out with us here in person and online. So appreciate that.
Yes. So,
and answer the audio is mo better this morning.
Okay, I'm glad somebody could tell us that, because according to over here, our signals are popping, right? But you guys are the end all, be all of whether or not the audio and feed is good or not. But we appreciate you guys letting us know and giving us a little bit of feedback out there. And bro, what can we expect today? I know we got a lot of talks that's going on out there. I hope to grab a few of those over here at the set so that we can talk about some of the important topics that they're talking about in class. And let's see. And I think you're starting off again.
I've got at 10 o'clock, I'm with Brian DeShazo. We're going to be talking about raw milk food freedom legislation again. But Dwayne Hall is kicking off at 10 o'clock, the man who just did the opening ceremony with herbal remedies. And our friend Jack Dyer is doing chicken for profits. And, of course, Greg's going to be up there in his room talking about God on the homestead. So, you can't go wrong with that. We've got reptiles, we got I Believe, we've got the fascinating lives of bees, we've got dairy cows, we've got homestead management, we got cheese making and freeze drying. Today is a day here at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous where all things are going on at one time. I tell you, it is so many vendors out here, so many different vendors. We found some of that yesterday. The variety of vendors is just insane as far as the variety. And what I like is it's not an overload of any one, thing.
Right.
So it's a good market for the vendors because, but at the same token, it's from apple pie to, eyeballs. I mean,
Right.
a little bit of everything happening out there.
Right.
But,
So I just wanted to speak a little bit to the people over in chat. Listen, we're here and we're set up at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous because we really believe in this community.
Oh, absolutely.
And we believe that they are the solution to a lot of the problems that we see going on around the world, and especially in America. And Dwayne kind of opened up with a topic about that. And we couldn't hear it all that well because of the echoes and the low volume and
they're doing a test of the emergency system.
That's what it sounded like. So anyway, but as I was saying, but what was he talking about? Can you break that down for us just a little bit?
I'm going to tell you
may
what
not have
he was
been
really
able to get it all.
Was the overall theme was the resettling of America.
Right.
That us bringing back the old ways, if you will, bringing back the things that our grandparents and great-grandparents, et cetera, did, how they lived when it comes to food and that type of thing. But food security, was really at the heart of it was about this fact that we're bringing the past to the present so that we can have a future.
The future.
And none of us knows what tomorrow holds. None of us knows what the future is. We have today, but what we do today will affect
exactly
the future.
Right.
And and it's bringing that. You might call it patriotic theme or whatever, and that's fine.
Right.
But it is being able to, take what we've almost let go of. and bring those values and bring those skills back, and that it is a new frontier again. We are on the cusp of this. People are leaving the cities by the droves. People are leaving the urban life by the droves. They're looking to move out, and some of them can't, but they want to know their food is good. They want to know what they put in their body is healthy, and so that's that. Whether it's a container garden on your back patio or you've got acreage, whatever, but it's that we're starting somewhere, and there's this movement that is going on, and it's bringing us back to that. And of course, I'm hoping we'll get Dwayne on. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, Scott.
I'm hoping we'll get Dwayne on.
Yes.
To be able to let him break that down, way better than I can.
Right. So, one of the things that I want to say is, listen, that's why we're here at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous, is because we want to do our small part in sharing the message. And we know that you guys are actually the secret sauce behind our success. And when I mean our success, I don't mean our success as it goes to building a channel that's going to make a lot of money. Okay. Right. Trust me, that ain't happening. But when I say our success, I mean our success is getting the message across about this lifestyle and why this lifestyle matters, and it is so American. Absolutely. And if you walk through events like the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous, you are going to get a slice of Americana.
Oh man, and parts of Americana you didn't know existed, but
yeah, but might get more than you bargained for.
But no, it is that fact. I mean, this is the heart of America.
It is,
and I'm a firm believer that handful, that 2 or 3, that 5%, whatever it is, that makes all the noise and squawks on everything, is the smallest sliver of our society. The average person just wants to live life, have quality food, take care of their family, shelter, worship how they choose to worship or not, right? And otherwise be left alone.
Right, the freedom to do all of those things.
Those choices, and without interference and without all these things. Now, social media has definitely changed that, but, and I want to tell you, good morning to Delighted Acres. Glad to have you guys in. It's, it is at the heart. It's at the core of that. This entire movement is, and certainly these events, we have to come out here and honestly, I mean, the goods and the merchandise that the vendors have, the food, all the different things that are going on, the speakers and presenters, the knowledge that's being spouted out here, shared and everything, at a super great event. And at a good location, the facilities here. Now, management change. I was just spending quite a bit of time this morning, that's why I went over here, talking with the new manager.
Right.
The things he has coming into this facility, they love this event.
Yeah.
They love this event, and they want it here. And that's a huge deal.
Right. The city of McAlester.
The city of McAlester, the Southeast Expo Center, they want this event here. They love this.
Right.
And they want it to be successful and go far into the future.
Right.
And that's a plus for the homesteaders. I mean, when the venue holders and the community that this event is in get behind that event,
that's really a win.
It's a win. Yeah. And Keith did a lot last year walking around, and how many times people didn't even know about the homesteading movement.
Oh, it was very shocking. If you don't mind, I'll back up a little bit and I'll tell a story. So last year, me and the founder, Chris Thompson, was walking through handing out flyers from business to business. And one of the things I wanted to know is how many people even heard of homesteading. And I was amazed at the answer to that. Probably nearly half of them said, I've never heard of it, maybe even a little bit more than that. And I was kind of taken aback. But bro, there was one time that you and I hadn't heard about it either. Yeah. And so getting that message out is so important. It's so important. And that's where you guys can help us do your part. And that is to share this live feed on your own channels. For those of you who have channels, like it, share it with people. Right. And that helps us to get the message out about homesteading.
Right. And it does. And the more people become aware of an event, this is year number 2 here. And we've had a lot more time and conversations with that have taken place here for plans going forward. I mean, this is they're not hanging the hat up. You know what I'm saying? It's they're in for the long haul, and that's a good thing. But getting the word out is so important. And getting people interested. And it takes the community, because I mean, I could walk you around. We could walk. We know, but I mean, to ours listening and watching out there. I mean, there's a whole lot of folks from our community. The YouTube community, the Facebook community, our online social community that are here as volunteers, that are here as speakers and presenters, that are here working to help make this a success. That for me, it's like, we found our people, we found our tribe with the Homestead
We
community.
definitely did that.
And so to be able to give back, and that's one of the biggest themes is giving back, and it's just this constant overriding thing, people wanting to teach, wanting to share, wanting the community. If you didn't catch the speaker panel yesterday, one, we're going to do it again today, but two, you can go back and watch. There was an overriding theme, and that was community. That was the relationship.
Community, sharing and passing down what the skills that have been lost, that they have relearned or grew up with.
Right. And, this group that's here, I mean, quite honestly, has become a family group. I mean,
for sure.
That's the characteristic of homesteading. I mean, we go to other events. There may be different people there, but that overarching community, that overarching theme of we're in this together and we're here to help each other is everywhere. I mean, it's the first place I've been the first community I've been in where literally there's no envy, there's no competition, there's no jealousy, there's not everybody wants to see everybody around them succeed.
Yes, that is a true statement there, if I'd ever heard it, because these people, they have a heart of gold. And I mean, you just want to be around people like that, right?
And it is the, I think that's the attitude and the tone, if you will. I don't want to stop that tone.
Right.
But that's that attitude and tone that needs to spread, is that somebody doesn't have to lose for me to grow and be successful.
That's correct.
So, and I only find that, you don't find that every day. People will step on each other to get that next step up.
Right.
And here it's like, hey, here's how I do this.
We were, if you don't mind me opening up a conversation that we were having last night with Scott, and that was the whole idea of materialism, right? And the chase for the dollar, which led for the chase for keeping up with the Joneses, which led for the chase of having the latest and greatest for everything. And one of the things, as you get a little bit older, you begin to realize, look at me. People don't care. They don't care what you have. They don't care what I have. They just don't care. But what they do care about is being loved, recognized.
Well, I have a question.
Oh, no.
I noticed I was wearing a gray hat this morning, and now I'm noticing that you guys are now wearing a gray hat. Would that be considered keeping up with the Scottses?
Yes. No.
Because I was wearing this hat yesterday, so you're behind. Look how many gray hats I got out there.
Right. Yeah. Where's your line of hats? That's all I'm saying.
I got a lot of hats.
I'm not special enough yet.
And listen, I've got
You're
more.
working on it.
I've got more at
You're
home.
pretty
These
special.
are just the ones I grabbed. Because
You're like, oh yeah, you're special.
So early this morning, Scott went out there
amongst the people,
kind of stirring things up and seeing what was out there. And he tells me there's some interesting things out there. And so his job today is to bring it to the table.
I'm bringing it.
Bringing it to the
We
table.
got a few things we're going to bring today.
Okay.
Especially I hear, it might be rumor, I don't know, but there's still potential of Keith riding a bull today.
Longhorn bull today.
Yeah.
Pretty
Right.
sure that's I was quite shocked when I heard that yesterday. That what adventures we've dragged Keith into this year. But,
Right.
But that'll be fun for us anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be fun for you guys.
Right.
Maybe.
But so yeah, that's something to look forward to later today. There's some other. of course, interviews and things going on that we're hopeful to be, turning into an awesome day.
Uh-oh.
He's
You've been summoned.
He's been summoned. He got to come here. Yeah.
You come here.
That's right.
So anyway, so yeah, that's some of the things going. And you know what? The people here, and I'm just going to say it, and it sounds really blunt, but it's true. They don't hate America.
Absolutely. Everybody here, this is a love America.
Yeah.
With all of its flaws and all of its problems, but they still, this is a love America,
Yeah, it's a Love America Fest, right?
Right,
And everywhere we go.
Everywhere we go, and people are patriotic, but it's patriotic, to more than just an idea. It's just who they are. It's ingrained in their DNA, if you will. But, and yeah, there's differences aside. There's no, when I tell you that it doesn't matter, because I could walk you around this room and there's about every ethnic tie-in you could find out here. It is literally a melting pot here in this building today. And, and nobody cares. Nobody's looking at that. That's not a big issue.
No.
It's just everybody's here under a common idea, a common cause.
And I would even say that there are different ideologies here.
Probably.
Yeah, for sure. When I walk around, I can see people who, things that I didn't see when I was growing up.
Right.
And that's okay, because they still have the heart for America. And
in the melting pot mindset, it's okay if we're different.
Right.
It's okay. And it's okay to...
So you're saying we're the same, only different.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something the same, only different. That thing. Come on.
Yeah.
But anyway, but yeah, we're super excited about it. I know, our tablers are used to the regular show on Saturday mornings at 7.
Right.
And we didn't do that today. In fact, I wasn't even off my pillow at 7 o'clock yet.
I know he was struggling to get out this
I
morning.
wasn't struggling. I was just soaking up every minute of it I could. But
Scott's alarm went off about 6:30, and the first thing you hear is, "It's time to make the donuts."
I heard
it's time to make the donuts. It's time to make the donuts.
But it was like, but we ate the donuts. But anyway, anyway. So Scott, you got your mission, you got your direction.
You got your marching orders.
Sonia is one of our vendors here. We're going to be talking to her about We're going to be talking to Sonia about one of the medical devices she has over there to test the antioxidants in your bloodstream.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she's hooked me up with some local, what they call functional medicine doctors, which are like endocrinologists and stuff in Charlotte. She got online while I was here, did the research, just came to the table to share the research by phone with me, and put me in touch with the right doctors to be able to help me with the issues that I've been going through. So,
yeah. So trust me when I say he has issues.
Some of them are incurable, but anyway.
Yeah, but on a serious note.
No, he does. And, but that's the networking. That's the friendships and the networking and the care and the time for somebody, to take time out of their morning to sit there and do something to help somebody.
The level of kindness.
Right.
People are just genuine at this, and I don't think I've met one person that I got that feeling that I don't really, want to know this person, but everybody here is just incredibly kind. They're very open and inviting into their circle. Me being kind of the outsider, when you look at it, being from Charlotte, it's just nice to feel it, nice to see it, because I'm a home type person. I love openness. I love people who are friendly and kind, and you just get a lot of that. So,
Well said.
Yeah, well said. And he's from Charlotte. Close to Charlotte. You're just south. You're over the border. So you're just almost a commie. I'm just kidding.
No, hey.
I'm sorry. We love you.
As a fellow border rat.
But he's in South Carolina there, and And man, you guys got a storm barreling down on you, don't
Yeah,
you?
that's what we're kind of looking at this morning. We just had Helene last year, and what I'm looking at just off the projections looks a lot like Hugo did back in 1989. So that's
Wow.
kind of a nail biter for the Charlotte region.
Right. You know, the two words that come to my mind when you was telling me that and giving me all the background about what was expected to roll through there with two storms converging or something like
Yeah.
that.
There's the
Those two
potential
words
of
were
two.
not again.
Yeah.
Not again. That was just earlier this year.
But I mean, anytime you live on a coastal state, you kind of get used to the potential. You don't want it to come, but it just happens. And as far inland as Charlotte is, you would think that it's not as affected, but Charlotte does get affected. It gets hit with at least tropicals to Category 1s, but when Hugo came through, it's still a Category 3.
Wow.
So if
And
this
that
storm
was
does
in
what they're
Charlotte, by the
projecting, it could still be a Category 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it doesn't take a turn for the worse. You know, we're certainly, you know, we're thinking about that in the back of our minds throughout the day. When is it supposed to take landfall? Do you know?
Tuesday and Wednesday. I think it's supposed to start Monday at the coast and work itself up. And I guess the biggest concern I have right now is because that's my family, my sons. You know, a lot of my family are in the Charlotte area, so that will be going right through. So.
Yeah, and you know, I went to the Carolinas, South Carolina, post Hugo, and, you know, and seen the damage and seen how bad it hit on the main coast. Yeah, I see Troy is with us there. Good to see you, Troy Sutton, and so have you all running all day. Well, thank you, sir.
Hey, appreciate that. I know that you guys all have very busy lives and got a lot of things planned. You know, maybe some of you got animals you got to tend to. You know, and maybe closing down this season or picking the last of the fall harvest or being in the middle of that. But, you know, taking your time out to help us out here is not just helping us. It's actually helping America.
Right.
You know? So,
That's it.
Troy, we appreciate that. We really do.
And so, yeah, that's good stuff. Glad to see him back in. I mean, after hanging with us all day yesterday, I really didn't know if we'd hear from Troy again for a while. But,
He said, man, I've had enough of those.
but anyway, no, it was good to have him in and everybody else that's in there as well. And, you know, wish you all were here, certainly. But
Oh, man,
you know,
yeah.
But at the same time, we got to have somebody watching.
But you know what? There are a lot of the people that you guys know here at this event right now.
Yeah, there is.
And you know, if I mention some of these names, I'm sure you're going to know. But there is Jack Dyer from Dyer Family Farms here.
Yep.
There is Greg Duncan with Duncan Family Farms here. There is the Wild Huckleberry, which is Sonia and Robbie. And there's also Chris and Dodge from
Hippie Callier.
Hippie Callier.
Yeah.
And also Amy Leonard from Leonard Mountain Farm. And Chris is out there somewhere. When we first come in, he's out there on security with us today.
And taking care of things out there. Of course, we've got a couple of fine deputies from Pittsburgh County Sheriff's Department that are out here with us today, helping with that as well. And so thankful for that.
Yeah. What was that about, by the way? Whenever they walked in, you were kind of hiding behind me. I'm thinking, dude, you can't hide behind me. I'm too short.
Man, you know,
They're going to get you.
It's just old
gonna see
ways
you.
and old days.
Just
you know,
old
I'm
habits,
just an
huh?
old outlaw that's just, you know, afraid to catch up, you know, be caught up with. But
So McAllister's finest is here.
that's right.
Or maybe it's the county. Is it a county? or
Pittsburgh County.
Pittsburgh County.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is technically.
Yeah, so a little shout out to Pittsburgh County Sheriff's Department.
Yep.
Thank you so much for being here. And, you know, we live in a crazy world, man. You just never know. So
That's right.
anytime you can beef up
Especially,
security around a place,
you know,
it's
get a group of people.
probably a good idea.
Get a group of God-fearing, flag-waving American people under one roof. It could, you know, things could happen. But anyway, and Troy,
Target-rich environment, is that what you said?
I'm just saying. But you know,
Suddenly I don't feel
if
comfortable.
somebody was of that mindset, you know.
Yeah,
but,
so you've heard of like mic drop. You
right.
know, they've heard of mic drop. Yeah. Whenever you say like that, I just want to drop my mic and run. I'm just kidding.
But by the way, I
won't
want
do
to
that.
pass on to Troy Sutton.
What's Jack Dyer doing over there?
Jack Dyer's walking around over there.
Jack
being
Dyer, what
Dyer.
are you doing over there? You should be over here.
Right.
I want to give a shout out to Andrew Huggins. I just saw that he subscribed on to the Farm to Table show.
Oh, thank you, Andrew.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Andrew.
you, brother.
Absolutely. Appreciate
Thank
you. Troy, I want to let you know I passed on your hay to Amy Leonard and them last night. I passed that on. They said hay back. So
Yeah. Oh, look here. What we got?
Listen, he has got the hat on too. Oh,
Yeah.
the redneck hat.
Dude, don't ever take that hat off, okay?
No, no,
It's more comfortable than you think.
It's a nice hat. I ain't gonna lie about that. That's I envy the look. You know, it is a nice look. Okay, put it back on. Put it back on. Yeah. Right. Those lights up there were just shining off that head.
I don't get on anything for
I was 14 or 15 years old when I got it.
Wow.
Is that right? Mercy. I don't know if I got much of anything
I don't know what
back there.
You've had it that long, it still fits.
Right.
You can see the band's gone.
I'll tell you what I can see is that light shining off your head from up there.
Shined that this morning.
Polished it up.
Yeah. So anyway, Jack. So this morning's topic, what are you going to be talking about back there?
First off, at 10 o'clock, I'm going to be talking about chickens for profit.
Okay. So that's at what time this morning?
That's at 10 this
At 10
morning.
o'clock? Yeah. Okay.
And at 11:30, then I'll be talking about freeze drying and how it stacks up to other forms of preservation.
Okay.
How you feel about that?
Right?
So talk to us a little bit about why somebody would want to be here live to look at that. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people, if you are, if you're a beginner, especially like I was and still am to the most part, the process that used to be something that everybody knew. You know, a lot of people don't know how everything works. And you know what I mean? They don't know how the sausage is made when it comes to chicken. Can I talk about a pork product when we're talking about chickens?
I don't know.
I don't know if that goes together
I
or
like
not. But
pork.
anyway, you know, you actually can get your hands on with learning how to process a chicken. Now, he'll be talking about chickens for profit this morning, but the processing part of it last year, it was not as easy as I thought. And let
We'll
me
be
tell you why.
processing chickens at 1 today.
At 1 o'clock today. And so if you happen to be within earshot of where we are, close enough to the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous, we sure would like to have you guys come out here. I promise you, you won't regret it, because there is so much information and expertise under this roof right here in your own hometown that you can't believe it. And
You asked a question kind of in a lot of that, is why somebody should come out here.
that's right.
Well, I've got a doctorate degree in YouTube University.
Of course
The
you
one
do.
thing you cannot do in YouTube University is ask a question directly to that person and get real-time answers. And that's the benefit to being here. The people with that knowledge we're talking about that's faded away over time and we're trying to bring back, they're here. They're here with that knowledge and they're willing to share.
That's exactly right.
That's why coming out here is such a good thing.
Yeah, and Jack, the hands-on aspect. Here
Absolutely.
was what I didn't expect last year, is whenever you actually have the feeling of having to go through that process.
I
You know,
will
you don't
put a
have
knife
the
in
motor
their
skills on that yet.
Yeah.
But when you go through the process, you know what you're up against. You know, there's nothing that can replace hands-on, and this is a place you can get that.
Hands-on with an experienced person that's willing to share behind you, walking you through it, is my easiest way to learn. So that's why I'm so passionate about sharing that way.
That
The
you know that
hands-on
was
is the best.
that was part of the common theme that we had in the speakers panel up there, was that passion for sharing. You know, if you want to be, around people who have that passion of sharing and caring about passing that information on, you couldn't be at a finer place than right here at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous.
Well, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
So Jack, I don't know about you, but I'm about to have to go prepare too.
Yep, I've got to get to a classroom, but if y'all aren't here, you're missing out. I promise you.
Right.
If you can get here anyway, and I'll wear a normal looking hat sometimes, but this one here is absolutely comfortable.
Society here.
Yeah.
You can't get a more comfortable hat than this.
Yeah. Don't take that hat off today.
It's my trademark. If you know me at all on YouTube,
That's That's the
I'll do
truth.
the redneck weather in this every morning before daylight.
Yeah, thank you. You gave it this morning. I took a look at it this morning.
I
I
did.
gave you a big old thumbs up on that.
I did.
that
Well,
bad-
y'all have a
bad
great
boy.
day. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you,
for
Jack.
stopping by, and
God bless y'all.
see you later.
There we go. See you again tomorrow. I mean, that's what I've heard so many times, right? God bless y'all.
See you
I'll see
tomorrow.
you again tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, that was
was
Jack
good, Jack.
Dyer, and
Yeah.
thank goodness. Let's see what Delighted Acre Farm
Yeah,
said. Is
yeah,
that
yeah, matter of
he
fact, he's
was
working.
going to. I'm going to try to check in throughout the day. I'm preparing to preach tomorrow. Good, so I don't have a lot of time. You know what? We sure do appreciate you showing up this morning. And hey, look, if you grab a few minutes later on, just check in on us.
Oh yeah, see
Make
how
sure
we're
we're
doing. They're
still
still
okay
here.
here. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, and I understand that. I've got to preach tomorrow, at least unless I've messaged somebody last minute. But I'm on. Oh, I got to preach tomorrow as well, and so all that's done. I got it done ahead of time, so I didn't have to be fussing with it today. But even my wife was like, "You didn't get somebody to preach for you tomorrow?" And I'm like, "No, just didn't. I figured I'd be back, so there wasn't no sense."
Yeah, right.
But,
So just as for everybody who knows Ryan, he wears a lot of hats.
A lot of that.
That's why he's got a lot of hats. But he wears a lot of hats, and it's pretty much he's a nonstop flight, throughout his entire week. Whenever he has a little bit of time to take a rest, he probably falls apart. I
It's
don't
not
know.
sleep, more what it is, but
He sleeps with one eye open, probably.
some nights, like last night, the brain doesn't stop moving just because
Oh,
the body
yeah.
has. So
Yeah, and
But,
being a part of these events, you can, unwinding seems to take a little while longer after being here all day at these
it
events
does.
and seeing your
And,
people.
and I'm looking, and we need to get our roving patrol.
Right. I wonder what he's not roving with a camera, is he?
No,
No, he's still got.
right.
Okay.
Yes, I'm about to
Sounds
have
good.
to go get with Brian and prepare.
Yeah, there's Chris Reeves coming in.
So bring a sidekick up here for Keith, so he's not by himself. But
Right. I need a sidekick.
well, it does help so much to have people feed against on conversation and that sort of thing, to be able to feed against each other. But yeah, it's got it ready to go up and help Brian DeShazo with raw milk food and freedom legislation. And anyway, so got to go up, kind of get ready for that, make sure we got everything working and all that, and so be ready to kind of head that direction. And eat me an apple turnover in the middle.
So just in this particular hour, what's coming up is Dwayne Hall is about to speak on herbal remedies, and Jack Dyer, of course, is who just left here, is speaking on chickens for profit.
Yes.
And there's a lot of people who's asking the question, how can I make my farm profitable? Well, this is how you find out. You come and talk to people who do. So, and then of course you and Brian DeSazo talking about SB 939. Food freedom. Let's just call it food freedom. Okay. And then we have Greg. Duncan is God on the Homestead.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's and that's been yesterday that was a well-attended class. So,
Yeah.
And I know he said he had, because for those who don't know Greg, he travels around the churches a lot on the weekends doing presentations for the Oklahoma Baptist Children's Home. And anyway, somebody at a church that he had went to, knew him, whatever, followed his channel and came down here just to hear him do his presentation.
Well, that's awesome.
That
I
is.
love to hear stories
Good for
like that.
great for Greg, and great for the Rendezvous and everything else. But a lot
Right.
of times that's what it is personal connection, or and that type of thing. And he was laughing because apparently she has a YouTube. This woman had a YouTube channel of her own, and she had more subscribers than he did. He's like, I didn't know what to say to that.
Right. He said, "You want to share God. This is how we do it." Right.
So, but anyway, so as soon as Scott makes it back up here, he's
he
rolling.
is. I think he's got his ears on, so you can tell him.
Well, maybe so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to snag somebody. And
I think what we're going to do while you're gone, we're going to do like a little bit of a walkthrough to see, to show people what they can expect whenever they come out here. Kind of walk through the different things that are available available for children here, by the way.
Right.
So if you happen to be listening to us, even your children have a lot of things that they can be a part
Oh
of.
man, yeah.
You know,
Bounce
there's a lot of
arounds,
interesting
pony
things,
rides.
but yeah, bounce arounds, pony rides, and there is a very big,
Yeah, very big.
there's a very big bull
There's a very big bull in the
with
back.
very big horns,
Big,
named Big Red, with a big chicken that's going to be riding him.
puts the definition in longhorns.
Yeah.
And Troy gave a nice little thing out there. Said, appreciate all of y'all so much. Go ahead and bring it up. It'll be easier to read it. Appreciate y'all so much. I've learned so much from all of you there and have become more as family than YouTube friends. That's right. We appreciate
Yeah,
that.
that's
And
what we are.
You know, you're in, you're on a lot of the lives and a lot of the community and stuff, and we appreciate you very much.
Yeah, and that's a common thread. You know, we hear it. Hey, we're just family. We
That's
hear
it.
that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There he comes. I see.
there,
him lurking.
I see
him
Sasquatch lurking
I see
in
him
the back.
lurking in the background.
Yeah. So I talked to Shayla earlier.
Oh,
saying
okay.
you didn't.
Yeah. Well, I'm not yesterday.
All right, you'll find out.
I'm gonna hand this over to you guys.
Enjoy.
So
Well, I got that for you.
you want to scoot on over here
I'm
close
scooting.
to me, Scott?
I'm scooching. Hey, listen, I've got some people lined up that we're going to be going out having some interviews with, and some of them, it's like Michaela with the Sea Cadets, and her sister talking about the book series for the homeschool kids and all.
Okay.
So they have the whole book series over there. I'd like to try to talk to them, and then, of course, you know, we have the Wise Cat Apothecary, which is all medicinal herbs and stuff. I'd like to introduce them, get people to know who they are, and several other people we're going to be talking to. Also, there's a welding demonstration going on. I think we need to probably see some of
that's
that.
actually with Dakota and Shayla Dury
Yeah.
from Fear Not Farms, and so yeah, they were back there yesterday. They had done a video of him in the back there doing some welding, and so yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, and we should go back there and check it out.
Yeah, we can do
And
that.
so, you know, Ryan is going to be doing his talk, you know, starting at 10 o'clock this morning. So you and I, we got to fill up an hour, and I can't think of a better way to do that, and doing a little bit of a walk around
Yeah.
and just showing people what you can actually see out here. Now, we won't be able to stop and talk to all the vendors this time. You know, we'll select some vendors that we're actually going to do a spotlight on, but at least you guys can get a real quick glance of what you can expect when you come to the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. And so, and by the way, if it's not too late, this is Saturday, and the tickets here at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous are $15 for adults, and it is $5 for children 12 and under, and children 50 and over. No, wait a minute, that wasn't right.
They charge me just because of who I am.
The children 50 and over
Yes,
part.
that was just an exclusive to me only.
Oh, okay. A special deal just for a special person like the other brother. Yeah, so, well, what do you say we get up and do a little bit of a walking around, a run and gun, and walk around and see what's going on around here? And I will follow you like, well, no, you'll follow me like a
I'll
little
follow
puppy,
you.
won't you?
You may have to give me a 5-minute administrative leave.
A 5-minute administrative leave. I can do that, but you have to be the one to talk. Because I guarantee you, I can do it. But talking and, I mean, filming and talking and holding a microphone at the same time.
Well, I'm talking about now. I may have to go see a certain room right now.
Oh, I
just for a
see.
minute,
Yeah,
so
don't take your mic with you. That's all I'm saying.
I can cut this one off.
Right.
So, all right.
Through experience, we learn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that right quick, and then I'll be back, and we'll
All
get
right,
the running
sounds
gun
good.
and go.
Sounds good. So, Yeah, and listen, I want to tell you guys a little bit of some other things that you can look forward to today. And we actually have unseen footage of an interview that we did with Joel Salatin based on food freedom. And you guys will be able to see parts and chunks of that throughout the day. And we'll be having a little bit of a conversation about that. And like I had said yesterday, whenever I was looking through the footage again after we got back, preparing to edit it out, I started it, and most of the time what I do is I will go through all of that footage and I'll spot check it, mainly looking for oh, what just went off here? I think oh, okay, I know what it was. You went to the bathroom and suddenly I hear a drop signal. Anyway, that's a technical thing. So anyway, so usually what I'm looking for is any bad footage, or if there's anything that I need to cut out of it, like chopping off the front or the ending or anything like that. And whenever I was looking at that, what I had noticed after a while, I was just entrenched in the video itself because he made so many valid points there. Of course, when we go in, we go in loaded. We go in knowing kind of what we want to talk about, but sometimes you get some unexpected things whenever you are filming an interview. And so that's what happened with us and Joel Salatin. There are some unexpected things and things that'll really hold your attentions, and great, not just information, but a perspective that only Joel Salatin can bring. So anyway, yeah, stay tuned for that. And then I think during the intermission, we're not going to subject you guys to Sasquatch or Sax Squatch today. We will be taking an intermission because we do have to eat sometimes today. But during that intermission, what we're going to do is we're going to play through another interview, and you guys are going to be getting it exclusive right here today with Dr. Patrick Jones from the Homegrown Herbalist. And I thought that was such a wonderful, eye-opening interview that we had. It was raining outside at that moment, and so we had to gather in under his tent. So we were real cozy back there talking to Dr. Patrick Jones, but he's got a lot of important points, and especially in light of some of the things that President Trump and RFK Jr. was announcing this last year. So we're going to give a little bit of minute to listen in the background.
Stay tuned for a brief interruption.
Right. So occasionally that's going to be happening throughout the day. So what he's doing, for the sake of those who are here and may not know where the speakers are in which room and how to find them, that was basically what he was doing, is letting people know where to find everything. And we got more people coming in the front door. We always love to see groups of people coming in, and yeah, so that's going to be happening off and on throughout the day, to where we have to take these little pauses, and we are trying to get a word in edgewise here. If Ryan was here, he would probably just kept on going. What do you think? Tell me a
talked
story.
so much that I ran out of words.
Oh, yeah, that's saying something.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you guys think he talks a lot on camera, but the truth is, this man is a non-stop flight. And it's like one of the easier parts about being on the phone with Ryan. If you don't feel like saying it don't matter.
Yeah.
It just don't matter. He'll just keep rolling,
You can actually take a nap while he's talking on the phone.
and he'll never know.
And he'd never know.
And you just pick up where you left off when you wake up. Not that I've done that. You understand. So anyway, he's not here. We can pick on him, right?
Yeah.
So, if you just want to kind of zone out and let him just keep on rolling, and it's amazing how he will go in from one topic to another, and there's no interruption
I don't
whatsoever.
even think he took a breath for like 20 hours.
The man is not human.
Yes.
And I would.
He's got.
I almost
lung
said something I
capacity.
probably shouldn't say.
Well,
Well, let me just say that society has an idea about women have to talk a lot, right?
Ryan has to talk.
Listen, I am not saying that my wife is a woman, but I started thinking, well, did he get that from my mom? But my mom didn't talk that much.
No.
No.
It's a gift.
Yeah. So you women out there, don't don't hit me too hard out there for saying things like that. It's all in good fun here. So we got somebody from Belt Loop 29 saying sup at the Farm to Table show. Sup, chat. Sup, Belt Loop 29. What's your name, Belt Loop 29? Tell me where you're from. So sometimes we have no idea, right? We make new friends just like that. So anyway, so with that being said, you want to gear up, and
I will. I'll get everything going and get it ready, and we'll hit the road.
All right, make sure the switch is on. Actually, it was already on.
It's on
earlier.
All we got to do is switch over now.
Man, it would not be right. It would not be the Farm to Table show if there wasn't some kind of a technical issue.
We should. We probably should look at it real quick before we head out and make sure everything's switching over.
Right. Yeah. So I'll know as soon as you pick it up, because I can look over here and see that. Yeah. Camera 7's rolling. All right. So anyway, what we're about to do is we're about to walk around the event center and kind of give you an idea of what you can expect to see when you come out here, especially some of the demonstration areas, because you just can't see that on camera unless we go out and do that. So, bro, you ready to roll? All right, I'm gonna send a start point and at something, and not me, unless you want to. I mean, it's up to you. You're the guy. You're the camera guy. So anyway, we are about to do that, and I'll switch over to camera 7, and there we go. All right, let's go. This one and this one, just in case. I got you. See, he's playing double duty right now, right? Yeah. Let's start up here. Let's start up right up here at the table to where all of the fine workers up here at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. Excuse me, ma'am. What's your name?
My name is Chris Thompson.
What do you do here, Chris Thompson?
I wander around.
And wander around. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you, it is not easy to coordinate this sort of thing. It has been. It's like once it starts, maybe she'll take a day or two off, then it's instantly back to the drawing board to get the next event, which is a year away.
We've already started.
And you've already started. So this is what I'm talking about. And once they get here, it's non-stop for the coordinator, because everybody wants to talk to the coordinator to find out this or that. And so, Chris, we just want to say we appreciate you putting on this event. You're near and dear to. She's actually a friend of ours now. So, and that's what happens in a community like this, and that's what it's about, right?
Absolutely, that's what it's about. I absolutely love being a part of the community, and that's what started all of this.
Right. And so we're going to wander around and show whatever, what people can expect if they come out here today. And by the way, those tickets are really cheap. I don't know how you make it. They're only $15, right?
They're $15 for adult for each day and $5 for kids.
Okay. And I also heard that it was only $5 for kids over 60, like me.
Okay.
Apparently that was only for me. Anyway, she made a special deal for me. Anyway, special deal, right? So anyway, you guys come on out and stop and say hi to her. She'll be busy, but she'll be happy to hear from you guys.
Absolutely. Stop and say hi. Make sure you stop me, introduce yourself, and become part of the community.
That's it. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I want to show these wonderful people back here that are volunteers that believe in this community. What you see here on the right, this is Chris, who's involved with the security. And then Amy Leonard, you guys may know them from the Leonard Mountain Homestead. And of course, what event would be complete without Dodge Thompson? Dodge, where did you get that name Dodge from? What a manly name, by the way.
That's a long story. It's an Irish thing.
It's an Irish thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
They used to take the mother's maiden name and make it the first son's middle name.
Oh, wow.
And so then it went from a middle name to my dad's first name, and I'm Junior, my son is the third. That's where Dodge came from.
So Dodge, let me tell you guys a little story about Dodge. I first met him last year when we were out handing out flyers, and we kind of got to know him. I thought he was kind of the silent, but dangerous type, Now he's not silent anymore, but he is still dangerous. But anyway, he has certainly opened up. I would say that you've opened up since you've been here. Even he was on the speaker panel last night, putting his 2 cents in, which would turned out to be more than 2 cents, but 3 cents. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You don't make change. It'll take $1. Yeah. So anyway, but we were just teasing with him. We were running around yesterday asking people, especially the men. We didn't ask this to the women. I wouldn't dare. But are you manly enough to wear pink? And he said, I'll wear pink. He didn't care. Why was it that you said you would wear pink? You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. I've been thrown off of bucking bulls and bronc horses, and I'm not worried about being thrown off by no pink shirt.
So there you have it. So some men are manly enough to wear pink. Other men said, no, I'm too manly. I wouldn't wear pink. And I said, well, what about pink shorts? He said, no, I won't wear pink shorts. Not him, but like my brother said, no, I won't wear pink shorts. I said, well, would you wear pink underwear? Because nobody could see that. And he said, nope, I won't even do that. So anyway, he ain't all about that. It's a manly thing. So anyway, yeah, this is Chris. This is Dodge Thompson. Chris is, I was going to say other half, because if I said better half, she'd get madder at me. And I have one of those right there behind the camera. So anyway, thank you, Dodge. All right, you have a good day. And I just want to go ahead and put this camera over here in this kind of, shh, we're sneaking up on the animal herself. Yeah, in her natural environment. Yeah, so anyway, you having fun?
Yes, I'm definitely having fun.
You got any words of wisdom? Now, last time we talked actually on the set, you had some words of wisdom for us. Do you have anything? Yeah, you did.
Oh.
You learned something
Yes.
at the other expo.
I did.
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny's a liar.
Bugs Bunny is a liar. If you guys haven't heard that Bugs Bunny is a liar, why is Bugs Bunny a liar?
Because rabbits aren't supposed to have carrots. Bugs Bunny is a liar.
I mean, honestly, who knew that, right? They'll probably eat carrots, right?
Well, yeah, but it's not good for them.
But it's not good for their digestive tract.
Yep, not good at all.
All right, so you see what you can learn by coming out to the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous and other events that's just like this. And Hey, by the way, come out and say hi to Amy Leonard from Leonard Mountain.
Yes.
Yeah,
Come
and
see
Chris. Yeah, come see me, she said. Oh, and Dina. Yeah. So, yeah, we're here celebrating the unsung heroes of the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. And this is Dina Dyer with Dyer Family Farms. Some more of our dear friends, anyway. So, thank you guys. And we're going to walk around and show people what they can expect. There we go. So, all right, let's see here. Pass by Chris here. I dare not sneak up on this man because he's probably armed for bear. So, now listen, this one probably needs no introduction, but this is Poppin' Tops Canning, and this is where we were getting all of those delicious pies that are here. And I just want to take a minute to show you what they offer over here as far as these fried apple pies. And so we've got banana cream, butterscotch, pumpkin spice, apple, coconut cream, cherry, salted caramel, which I had yesterday and was delicious, and lemon, which I probably would really like that too. Peach, blueberry. He bought me blueberry this morning. Yeah, I'm going to be trying that here. So I said, aren't we going to do this live online? And he said, well, we kind of did that yesterday. I said, we should do it again because you got me a different flavor this time. So, right. And so here's caramel apple and pecan. So you guys come on out, and we're just walking around showing people what they can expect when they come out here. And again, this is Poppin' Tops Canning. And I know that you guys are doing pretty good over here because I see people carrying those pies around. Fried pies, y'all. That's all I'm saying, fried pies. And I know that you guys are doing pretty good here. Okay. Our little technical adjustment here. And so let's start along that other side over here. And this one looks like Elizabeth's Quilted Keepsakes. Now this is for the ladies who like to browse around, right? And some men like to browse around these things. And somebody's knitting over here. I'm behind you. I'm right behind you. And they've got some weapons. Are these weapons?
No, they are to be used for meat.
For what?
For meat.
Oh, for meat. Yeah, this is cutlery. That's what she's trying to say. But it's a guy thing to say weapons, right? But anyway, it looks like you got a pretty nice selection. Where did these come from?
Oh, my husband picks them up a little bit here and a little bit there just to be able to get them sharpened up so people can use them again.
So he's refurbishing those really nice knives that he's finding out there, and I love the wood stoves out there. Believe it or not, I actually, when I was growing up, some of the older folks had those, and I actually stayed in cabins where they really cooked on that on an everyday basis. All right, but I'm a pretty old guy, so I thought that I was like one of the last ones that whose grandmother had the outside, not the outside stove, the outside toilet. Oh, yes, that happened when I was a kid.
No, I still got to use an outdoor toilet.
You ain't old enough for that.
I am too.
So maybe I wasn't the last one. So you guys having a good time here?
Oh yes, it's wonderful. Wonderful people, great environment.
Yes, absolutely. And that's a common thing that we hear at these types of events, that the people are second to none. I'm telling you, this is a cross section of America, just like we were talking about earlier. And what's your name?
My name's Christian, just like the religion.
Okay, Christian, like the religion, but not religion. Okay, so anyway, but anyway, this is Christian and what's your name?
Cadence.
Who?
Cadence.
Cadence and Cadence. And you guys come on out here and take a look at Christian and Cadence's products that they got out here. Now, does this wrap all the way around that way?
Yes, it does.
It must, because this is the same tablecloth that matches all the way down through there. I mean, you guys brought a lot of stuff.
Yeah, my husband likes to refinish cast iron.
Yeah.
So we've got tons and tons of cast iron, American-made cast iron, and everything everything from the 1800s up into the 1900s, and he does a wonderful job making them ready to cook on.
Did you hear that, Scott? Isn't that amazing? Yeah, that is amazing. Bringing back yesterday back to today, right? So you guys have a wonderful time. We're going to take people around and show them what they can expect if they show up out here. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye, Cadence. Bringing back yesterday back to today. Okay, I think what we need to do is show them what the children's got, and there's several things here that the children can do. But what we're going to do right now is as they show up through here, they're kind of scattered throughout the event. We will show you what they got. So anyway, we don't have just one bounce house. No, one's never enough. We got 3 bounce houses that are out here, and as you can see already, let's pull up close over here. You see the children are already at it this early in the morning. See, you know what I mean? These are probably some farm kids. I bet they're farm kids. Anyway, so they're already having fun. Man, where were those things at when I was a kid? They were probably around. I just probably didn't get to go to them unless I went to the fair or something. But anyway, yeah, that could be true. Hey, look at this, man. This guy right here. You are live this time. Listen, if you go out to one of these events and Dwayne Hall's around, you are probably going to see this guy everywhere. All right, he's everywhere you want to be. That's all I'm going to say. So I guess you got kids over in the bounce house, right?
Just the one. My daughter Esme is, I think, over in that one behind us. Yeah.
Or you think maybe she is. It's like hard because they bounce from house to house, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like what I want to do when I retire. I just want to bounce from house to house. Yeah, I'll probably be visiting you guys. Anyway, man, you guys have a good time. Oh, by the way, pull up on this, man. This is pretty cool. Yeah. Where did you get that, by the way?
My birth mother got me this for me for my 38th birthday in North Carolina. It's made by a Cherokee lady. Yeah.
Hey, that's where the Cherokee. That's where the Trail of Tears started. Isn't that right? And that's where Cherokee is. Cherokee, North Carolina. Been there, seen the show. Now I live in Oklahoma. Imagine that. Anyway, thanks, and we'll see you around. All right, man. Have a good one. Yeah. And so, like I said, people are just having a bouncing time over here. And, hey, come here, man. What are you up to? By the way, guys, this is Man, and he belongs to Kane Riggs. And where's your suspenders?
I don't know.
Every time I see this guy, I don't know if you guys seen Kane Riggs. He's always wearing those leather suspenders. Well, guess what? This is mini me of Kane Riggs right here. You having fun?
Yeah.
What are you going to do now?
Jump on the
bounce house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that. See, you should be out here. If you got kids, this is the place to be. Yeah. So, you got any words of wisdom for the people?
Be respectful to others and to yourself.
That's right. Be respectful to others. Right. All right. Bless you, my brother. Hey, come here. Give me a big man hug. Go have fun now. Be respectful to others. Right. All right. Bless you, my brother. Hey, come here. Give me a big man hug. So just walking around here now, over to the right of you, a little bit later on in this area here, Jack will be doing chicken processing here. This is where I learned to process a chicken, right there in that very door, in that very spot with Jack Dyer. If you haven't had that hands-on experience, you guys come on out here and get that on. I think he's going to start doing that around, I think I heard him say around 1 o'clock this afternoon. But anyway, yeah, that'll be Jack Dyer's chicken processing demonstration. We got a lot of those. You sure do have a lot of wood out here on the table. Did you carve this? Your husband did. What did he do? He said, you sit here and sell stuff. I'm going to wander around. She said, basically, that's what happened. I knew it. I knew it. So anyway, there's an awful lot of stuff here. And it looks like in order to get this amount of stuff done, he spends a lot of time doing it. Right. What's your name?
Kate Patterson.
Casey?
Kate.
I'm terrible. Katie Patterson.
Yeah.
Okay, Katie. And who you got over there beside you?
Colton.
Have you been?
My son Dakota.
Have y'all been to the bounce house yet? No. Are you too big for a bounce house already? Maybe. He's kind of at that age to where he's like, I don't know, man. I'm part of the cool kids now. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, a lot of nice looking stuff. Now, does he make the knives also? Okay. So he's a crafty guy. All right. What's it like being married to a crafty guy?
Annoying sometimes.
Annoying sometimes. Well, thank you. You guys have a good time.
So he's a crafty guy.
Hey man, I'm just going to give you a little bit of advice. Go over to the bounce houses, man. Don't be so hard on yourself, bro.
Thank you. You guys.
All right, man. Oh my good. Out here, we got Donna Duncan at the Duncan Family Farms. What all you guys got up here? Coffee mugs, stickers. They got chicken stickers. Who don't need chicken stickers? You got tractors here. You've got bees. You got sunflowers, and you got all kinds of other flowers. Yeah, what in the world? This cats? Those are cats. Well, I'll take everything on that side. And these are kind of cool. These are like, yeah, this is make peace, man. Make peace. Make love, not war. Anyway, these are like hippie kind of stuff here. Are you an old hippie?
No.
I didn't think so, but I thought I would ask. Anyway, what in the world are these? Can strainers. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I had never seen that. A can strainer. For goodness sakes, a can strainer. Now, you guys might have seen this. I'm the guy who like barely opens it and then lets it go out first and then finish the job. And what was that again?
I said, then you lose half your food because your thumb's not in the right place. And so, see, this prevents that.
Yeah. So that's a good. And she probably uses it.
Tomato in there or an onion, and you hold it, and then you cut it so that you get even cuts, and you don't cut your hand.
Right. Man, nobody really likes to cut the onions.
I know. I do if I don't use something, one side's this big and one side's this big, it's not pretty.
If they had a really good one of those that was electronic that could do that, and you could just like one onion would roll in and it just sliced it down just the way you said it, and then another one rolls in and you can just step out of the run and come back when it's all done.
There you go.
So anyway, thank you, Donna. You guys have a good. Are y'all having a good time out here?
We are having a good time. We are really enjoying it.
And what's your favorite part about being out here?
The people. I like visiting.
What's wrong with
Nothing. They're fun to visit with.
You're a people person?
I'm a people person.
It's kind of like family, isn't it?
It is.
Look at what it says on it, a Duncan Family Farm. Yeah, so it's all family out here, guys. So anyway, you have a good time, Donna. And what we got here? Farm to consumer. That's almost like farm to table, man. Legal Defense Fund. The Legal Defense Fund. You know, that reminds me of, listen, we live in that kind of a world here, especially in America. You go overseas, you know, like you guys, some of you guys know that I do. I go overseas to the Philippines. You wouldn't really see stuff like this. You just wouldn't see stuff like this. Actually, over here, it seems like everybody has to have a lawyer, you know, on retainer just to live life through America, which shouldn't be that way, you know. And we've all talked about or heard about tort reform and that sort of thing. But anyway. Okay, so these guys, well, it says Farm to Consumer Legal Defense. Okay, so yeah, that kind of reminds me of a story that we've recently talked about raw milk that was going on down in Florida, right? And so anyway, those guys may need a lawyer. I don't know. You know, they're the ones that's producing our food, for goodness sakes. Yeah, we want to be safe about it. Just taking a little pause. It's hard to compete with that. Yeah. So let's continue on, shall we? Yeah. Just taking a little pause. Can I even pronounce that? Floribundus Farms. Now, is that a last name? Now, what is a floribundus?
It's the scientific name is like dense floral clusters is what that means. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what is a floral cluster?
Well, with us, it was like we were growing a lot of flowers and different things. I mean, it would be like that, like a floral cluster on the basil, like something like that. But yeah, it was just a good name that we got. Our last name is actually Rosenfeld.
Yeah. You know, the obvious question, was you related?
No, we're not technically.
So what he's saying here, where did you go? What he's saying here is, don't blame me, guys. I didn't do that. So anyway, you got all kinds of stuff here. Floribundance has these are jams that are here. They got several flavors of jams. You've got hot sauces, more hot sauces, and more hot sauces. This is super hot honey. Do you eat that on anything?
Yeah, I really like hot, so I eat it on a lot of stuff. I eat them on chicken, tacos, fish, and then with the hot honey, we use that a lot of times. So mixing that and making a dressing, even, and that's really good that way.
Yeah, it does. That's a lot of good. What's your favorite thing in the whole table?
Normally we would have produce, but it's been a really bad year for a lot of our stuff, so we've made a lot of products out of this stuff. But my favorite thing is growing plants. And
what's the favorite thing for you to taste here? I know it's probably all good. That's why
we have a watermelon, blackberry, peach jam. Is my favorite right now, and then we've made also that with habanero, so it's just both of those have been my favorite.
Yeah, my favorite. They both actually sound good. Is the habanero hot, or is it just mildly hot?
It's not too crazy hot. The habaneros they're hot, but they're not as hot as some habaneros can be.
You know, it's funny because I'll eat a pepper, and a lot of times jalapeno. If I eat the jalapeno pepper, I'll eat some and say, oh, these are okay. I'll get the next one, and it'll just like burn my head off, right? So I don't know exactly. Somebody probably got the secret to why that happens, but maybe it's the same thing with habanero. But anyway, you guys having a good time out here?
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah.
What do you like about being out here?
I like just seeing what all the other vendors have, and which is like the lady who is just over here. Because we also have seeds. We collect and save and sell our own seeds, and she's a seed vendor, and that's what she was going through and finding stuff that we had that she doesn't have, and that's what I told her. She was like, do you trade? And I was like, yeah, for sure. It was like, I was going to ask you. You did.
So if I heard that right, this guy is spying on everybody else. Okay, so we have a spy in the midst of us here at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. I'm just carrying on with you, but anyway, yeah. How do you find the people out here that you've been able to talk to?
Everybody's been really friendly and really nice. Like I said, we're from the farms in Norman, so we're not from the area exactly. It's our first time staying down here, and we really enjoyed it. It's been great.
So do you get involved with the Homestead community, where you are?
Well, we are trying to work towards that. We do regenerative agriculture, but we're not completely regenerative yet. But we're slowly going in that direction. But yeah, we like to do events with other people like that are trying to do the same things, and like the educational part of teaching everybody what with growing or whatever it may be. Like we're also really into that.
So let me ask you a question. If I know that you guys are having to watch all of this stuff all day long, and if you're like us, we don't get to go into the rooms and enjoy the talks or find out things. But if you could go see a demonstration or a speaker here today, is there anybody that you've kind of had your eye on that you would like to have seen?
The herbal, the lady talking about herbal medicine,
That's probably Ashley with Restoration Farms. Is that who you're talking about?
I believe so, yeah.
You need to, if you haven't before, go see these people. But as my brother always had to do it, because your head is going to expand. So anyway, man, I hope you get to go over there and take a listen to them, because they definitely are worth listening to. Anyway, brother, I sure do appreciate it. Have a good rest of the day, okay? All right. Thanks, guys. Yeah. She said, I'm running from the camera. Amanda, I see it's saddled up over there. Yeah. I got that. I don't know if Ryan's back over there or not. Let me talk to him. Ryan, are you back over at the table yet? No, I think he must be still in his room. What time are we? Okay. Do you know how long Colin's going to keep the saddle on Big Red? What is it? All day? Okay. Because I got an appointment, right? It's not specific. Do you take walk-ins? I don't know. What time did we say it was? I don't have anything on me to tell. 10:30. Okay, yeah. So they're still in this talk, so we can continue to go on right now. We're just kind of showing people what's available out here. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Amanda. So take a look at this bad girl. Not bad girl, bad boy. The bad boy. I'm sorry, man. See, I'm already making him mad. Right. Did you really? Hi, Big Red. Hi, Big Red. Can we be friends? You remember on Ghostbusters? Hi, can we be friends? Yeah. So yeah, we got an appointment. Big Red, I'll see you later. Oh yeah, I'm not scared. I ain't scared. That is not a donkey. Oh, look, somebody's showing their butt. Yeah, so a horse was a horse, of course, but that's a very short horse. Maybe that's a Shetland or something. I don't know my horses. Anyway, I'm not going to disturb you guys. Y'all got something going on there. Y'all just keep on going. Just gabbing? Oh, he ain't very good at that. So I was hoping to come back here and catch you welding, but I didn't see that part yet. So
we need some brave people. Come over here and weld. Soon we'll have a few kids come by and weld. I'm sure they're always a little more brave than the adults.
I think they're all in the bounce house right now.
Yeah.
They need to bounce on over here, don't they?
Yeah. Once they get done with the bounce house, they'll come over here. The adults, they get a little nervous, but the kids, they don't shy away.
I think they're all in the bounce house right now. They need to bounce on over here. And let me tell you, I did not set that up. I got set up. That's what that means.
This one?
No, not the Shetland pony. No, the Longhorn. That's Big Red over there. Would you, Shayla? Would you ride that bull?
Absolutely.
That don't surprise me. This is such a country girl. I ain't even kidding you. If you guys hadn't checked out their channel, they're on Fear Not Farms. Look down here, guys. Fear Not Farms, right here. Isaiah 41:10. What does it say? You're the one who put it on there. Can you quote it? Say, I don't know. I just thought I would put it on there because it looked cool.
Fear not, for I'm always with you. And something. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 is my main one. But when I was trying to find a logo, this first came up, and I just stuck with that because it's fear not. So,
Yeah. Hey, but listen, honestly, guys, if you guys go over and check out Fear Not Farms, you're going to get into all kinds of conversation. It's a no holds bar YouTube channel and Facebook channel right here.
Not allowed to be. I'm a free speech absolutist. You can tell me that the moon's flat, and I'll say, okay, give me your reasoning. I don't care. I'll hear everything, and I'll give my opinion, and I love everybody listening to what other people have to say. Sometimes people are wrong, but sometimes people are wrong.
Yeah, he's not even joking a little bit about that. Okay, I'm just saying. You guys go out and check out Fear Not Farms. And what do you guys got on the table now? I know back there you guys got your welding set, and that's the infamous trailer.
Here it is.
Okay, you want to read that?
Okay, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Okay.
All I can say to that is amen.
It's not the shortest person in the Bible, but it's repeated throughout the Bible, which is why she wanted to use it, because you have nothing to fear. Even if you lose everything in the flesh, to die in Christ is gain. All that ties together. That is what is meant by fear not. Is you can gain everything in this world by being safe and nurturing your possessions and everything, but if you're not fearless in the fact that the ultimate pursuit is salvation, then you lose everything when you leave this planet, or whatever comes after. Exactly. Yeah. When you transition, when you transform, and you're resurrected, if you didn't invest and live life fearless and investing in that future, then you lose everything.
Wow, that sounds like an all or nothing thing, right? I mean, that's kind of what it is. And we could have a long conversation about the things that you're talking about there, and we've all seen things, and we have to take our own journey down all that, to figure this thing out, but I tend to think that it's real simple, okay? He's looking for somebody to have a relationship with him. That means calling upon the name of the Lord, and that means spending time with God in spirit, walk by the Spirit, right? The mind set upon the Spirit, and the mind set upon the flesh is death. So you got a choice of two trees. One was the tree of life, or the tree of death. The tree of death is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And if you spend your path, your time on that particular path, we all know that it goes all the way through the Bible, and it ends up in the lake of fire by the end of it. So, and I'm not trying to preach anything about death, because I'm not that kind of a guy. But what I am the kind of guy is to say, choose life. Choose life. Eat of the tree of life, which is Christ himself. Amen. All right, guys. Yeah, you are what you eat, guys. See, this is what I was talking about. He'll touch your golden calf, guys. I ain't joking. Anyway, all right, thanks, guys. We'll see y'all around, okay? What's this? I wouldn't mess with Dakota, man. Did you buy one of those leather ones up there? Which one did you get?
It's hard. Oh, it's your part. Now he's hurting.
How am I supposed to be on the loop there? Shouldn't I have a decision, a say in any of this?
Oh, I can't be the one.
You just handed it out. Oh my God. Anyway, so I'll try to catch you someday because I think we can't get it all done in just a single walk to show people what is going on out here. So I do have to ask you guys, what is your favorite thing about coming to events like this? So I'll try to catch you someday.
I think for me, whenever I do the welding booth, whenever I'm a demonstrator, is the kids that get super excited about molting metal with electricity. I mean, the kids, yesterday, we had a few kids that, they're just like lurking. I see them like, can I get in there? Can I get, hey, do you want to weld? Yeah, they're all excited about it. That's what's cool to me, because you never know, we have a lack of tradesmen out there, and you never know, that one one hands-on moment, they might just take that and run with it, and they might have an illustrious career in welding and fabrication, or for that matter, creating art or anything with a welder, or sort of in that field, maybe they become a machinist because they started, that one event working with metal, so I think that's good.
Yeah, the aha moment, as Scott was saying there behind the camera, and there was a couple of things about that. One is they are the future, right? But you're sowing the seeds of tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to need more people in that type of job.
Yeah, we certainly need more welders and fabricators than liberal artists.
That's right. See, I told you, he's going to touch your golden calf at some point, guys. I ain't joking. All right, we love you guys. You guys check out Fear Not Farms on Facebook and YouTube, right? Yeah, all right. See you guys. He's going to touch your golden calf at some point, guys. Let's just walk back up this way. All right, we love you guys. You guys check out Fear Not Farms on Oh, yeah, I'm sure your shoulders. We'll work our way back up there. Okay. Hey, where you going? Did you find any coffee? Did you? Where did you find it at?
My house.
Oh, you had to get it from your house. Guys, I would really love to tell you that, hey, come on out. The coffee's great. But I'm not even sure. I think we do have a little bit of coffee up there. There's a vendor set up there.
But I brought coffee and tea with me today.
Oh, all right. So bring it. Listen, if you bring it from home, you know what you're getting. That's all I'm saying. But otherwise, in a lot of these events, there's a lot of good coffee here. So, so what do you got going on over here? And remind me of your name again.
Bruce Carter. I do Carter's Wood Creations, and I make wood bowls, any type, out of anything.
So what's the process like? I mean, what kind of machinery do you use? How do you make a decision?
I use a wood lathe machine, and go from about a 12-inch piece. I cut it down and then put it on the lathe, and then I use the tools to make the bowls and process it down to where I sand it, and then use oils on it to bring the colors and that out.
And so if anybody is interested in the process, I bet you wouldn't even share the secrets with them, would you?
I share the secrets to anybody because it's my desire to teach anybody that wants to learn how to work with their hands on wood lathe. I'm willing to teach them my secrets, because it's fun to do.
Okay, so once again, and I'm pushing the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. This is where you find stuff like this, folks. You find great products, and not only that, most people are willing to share what they know with you about how this works. What's your name again?
Bruce.
Bruce. All right, and you got a sign. There it is, Carter's Wood Creations, right there, and they're showing a lot of the designs this here. And I tell you, those oils really bring out a lot of beautiful grain in those things, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Once you do it, you don't have a clue what type of what the grains are going to do till you turn it, what colors it's going to bring out. And once you do, it's each bowl is unique because you can't reproduce it.
And some of us out there, we don't want to have home interiors that looks like everybody else's house. You know what I mean? We're looking for that one unique piece that speaks to us and that we can put out and to become a showpiece, a unique showpiece. And this is where to find it. And these, just trying to look at it's kind of like looking at eye candy.
Yes. And the people that come in will spend 15 or 20 minutes and still can't decide what they want because it's so unique. And I still have a few pieces that I haven't put out, but each one's different. I've got cottonwood, oak, elm, hickory, anything that can be turned. I would like to turn.
So do you just find wood that's like maybe from a fallen tree, or you'll take it anywhere?
Fallen trees right now with the tornado that came through a couple months ago. I went out and got a lot of that wood, and if somebody had wood, I will make them a bowl and out of the wood that they have given me or I bought from them.
So that's taking a natural disaster and turning it into something beautiful, which is not, we all think that everything that comes from that's bad, but it's not. I mean, you got community building as part of it. You will find communities coming out, but then there are people like Bruce that can take something like that and turn it into something amazing, right? So I just got to ask you one thing about this shiny one that I see over here. Is that real wood underneath that?
Real wood with epoxy.
Okay, that's real wood with epoxy. It almost looked like it's not wood, but it's really beautiful. So did you color the green in there? How did
when
this?
you do the epoxy, you put the colors in it.
I see.
And then it makes it a block, and then you just turn everything else around it off of there.
Right.
And you can get many different colors in there. But this is what he had done, is put the green in it.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing looking too, to think that there's real wood underneath that, but it really pops when you see it, right? So, and I love that green. Well, Bruce, we're going to move on. You have a great rest of the day. And of course, we'll see you around, right? All right. All right. I think we'll make a bee run over to give you a little bit of a break up there. What do you think? Unless you want to take the microphone and I take that camera. Oh, food. I love food. Hey, Bob Ryder. Good morning, Casey Hoover. How y'all doing today? You got any looky-loos? You got any looky-loos? Not this morning. Okay, well, give it a little time. Yeah. What's that?
When they get woke up this morning, they'll be in here.
Well, this is my day to sleep in, which sleeping in to me is like 6 a.m. But anyway, all right, guys, y'all have fun. See, we've already hit those places over there, so we'll just kind of give you a scan over. If you will look to the left, you'll see Suburban Sodbuster. We'll try to come back and talk to Monty Shrunk with Suburban Sodbuster. Natural beekeeping, that's what he's all about. They call him the bee wrangler, and he knows his stuff. So just walking around here. How are you, Donna? Actually, it's not really Donna. It's our friend Sonia. Huh? What you got? Get scanned? I don't know if his shoulders can take it or not. He said, "Let's go back up there. I can need a break." That camera's heavy. Just hand that camera to Donna. It's our friend Sonia. Sonia, I'm sorry. What are we doing? Tell me about this.
Okay.
Take the microphone.
Okay. So this is Forminex. It is a supplement company that has a scanner here that was developed by the NIH, the National Institute of Health. And then this company came along and 40 years ago, and they started developing pharmaceutical grade supplements, no additives or anything, no fillers in there. And they use this piece of equipment to prove that their products work.
Okay.
And it basically legitimizes all supplements. So this is going to tell you if the supplements you're taking are being absorbed into your body.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is it a pretty quick process? It's been out for
30 seconds.
figure it out, 30 seconds?
30
I
seconds.
think we got 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds on that shoulder?
Okay.
All right. Let's see. And I'll tell you the truth about what I'm experiencing here, folks. She is my friend, but I won't lie to you. I'll tell you what's the truth here, guys. Oh, and it's got an app. Everything's got an app these days, right?
You're going to see what it's doing,
Okay.
what your score is.
Okay.
What it's measuring is your field that surrounds your cells, that protects your cells,
Yeah.
called your antioxidants.
Right.
Specifically your carotenoids. So if you don't have a large number of antioxidants, your cells aren't well protected, and you want your cells well protected.
So what's my part in this whole thing? Should I be scared? Are you going to tell me what people will tell me before I get a shot? There'll be a sting.
Not at all. You aren't going to notice anything. It's very painless. And what it does, it's using Raman spectroscopy, and it was developed to read the light signal. So it sends a light into the cells, and it excites your antioxidants, and it makes them produce a different color, and it reads that color.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
See what I'll be able to see here. I'm kind of excited to do this. Oh, and then let you do yours. Hey, that'll give your shoulder a rest.
There you go.
Yeah. No love for the camera guy, I tell you.
Okay.
All right, what I need to do.
We're all going to watch this, okay? We're going to see what the score is.
All right, bring it in, Scott. Bring it in.
All right, you're going to switch hands here.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. What am I doing?
All right, you're going to put your hand right here and just relax. All right. And this is going to start moving. Now, this is where you want your score, 50,000 or higher, because that gives you the best protection for your cells. But if you're over here, like some of the other people that have been scanned, you'll see where their scores are. You don't have much protection. You need more protection. So that's where our products come in, because they fill that gap that we don't get from our food, the nutrition that we don't get from our food because of the way it's been treated and changed. So this just fills in the gap. All right, so you're 17,000.
We don't have good news here, folks. I came over here to get good news, but I didn't get good news. Did you see that, Scott? I seen that thing going all the way down. I said, stop. But this is where most people are, because I assume you're putting these dots on every time that somebody scans their hand, right? So I got a dot.
This is their diet.
Okay. This is a little embarrassing. So far, I just edged out the lowest person in this entire field. Yeah, right. I don't know.
The products that we offer are what make the change, for what you can do for your health long term. So we can take these products to fill in that gap, and you can have a longer longevity without sick care. You can have your well care. Yeah. because most people, there you go. So they start off their life, being healthy and they can eat whatever they want. Not realizing that later on it's going to affect them in a negative way, and you're going to be in sick care in the doctor's office for whatever health care reason, if it's autoimmune issues, if it's inflammation issues, whatever. Or you can have a better course of life, because you filled in that gap right here and your numbers are higher, so your cells are better protected and they're less likely to get damaged and then reproduce damaged.
So what she's saying is I have damaged cells. Damaged brain cells.
Well, and your cells have a 60-day turnover, so this is looking at a 60-day range. And because this equates to a blood draw.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yes.
So with that information, I'm going to let Scott try this.
Okay, Scott.
And we'll see how Scott is. We're actually in a race to the bottom, right?
Oh, let's race to the top.
We would love to race to the top, but I think he's going to be up here, and he's better off. At least let's hope so. Okay, little camera change here, and we're going to let Scott do this. Oh, here, I'll let you take that.
Okay, I'll take the mic. Yeah, we'll swap around. There you go. Hold that right there.
It's a bet on who can be the lowest.
No, we want to see who can be the highest.
Well, this is the farm to table show.
And I have an uncle who's 81, and he had a heart attack, and he was down in this range right here, and so his daughter, who does Hormonex too, started him on a regimen, and he's over here like 67,000, so he's doing really well, and his health and his blood work and everything is way better. Okay, so let's do your hand now. All right, let's relax. And we'll see what his score is. Now, do you take any supplements, any vitamins? Okay. Do you take any supplements or vitamins? Coffee. Well, what's so wonderful about this is you can see the improvements, you can see what's measured, and know that what the products you're taking are helping you. They're improving your vitality, your health. Okay, so 27,000.
So you're the winner. I think I'm the loser. the biggest loser. I can take it.
Yeah. So
Keith is the biggest loser.
So, but you want to be over here, so we need to double y'all's score. There's a few products that do that. We actually have 8 products on our shelf over here that can be used as in the PDR. It's in the PDR, the physician desk reference. They can be prescribed as something that would help and be beneficial for certain ailments. So there's some for inflammation, there's some for eye health, there's some for women that are going through menopause, just lots of beneficial things. Oh, and actually, because you and I talked about some sugar things.
Yes.
We'll give you this one right here.
Okay.
It's called Smart, right? And it actually...
It's green for money.
It's beneficial for your blood sugar.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because my blood sugar today was near 400.
So you can drink this and see if it works, what it does.
Yeah, I can do that.
You just put it in a little 4 ounces of water and drink it and see how your blood sugar is.
Is it tasty or non-tasty?
It's tasty.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will try it today.
Water, it's like almost an unsweet tea.
Because I use a hydration pack already.
It's not a hydration pack. This actually works on the carbohydrates.
Yeah, okay. Okay, it takes them down.
And your blood sugar, yes.
Yes, that's what I need. Oh, that's the M Smart.
Yeah. Supports healthy responses to your meals, and they help your energy spikes and your cravings.
Energy.
Crashes.
That's another thing I need is some energy.
You know what you need to do? You need to share that microphone.
I'm trying. Hold on.
But you can put that in about 4 or 5 ounces of water, and you can take that and then measure your blood sugar before you take it, and then measure it afterwards and see how that affects you. And let me know, because I'd like to know.
Yeah.
I really would.
Do that.
All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
By the way, you lied to me.
Oh no.
You said this wasn't painful.
Okay.
I'm the biggest loser, and that hurts.
But you can be a big winner.
Exactly right. Oh, the biggest winner. Huh? Hey, all I can say is when you're on the bottom like that, it's all up. That's it. All right. Thank you, Sonia. All right. You have the good rest of your day. All right. So there you have it, guys. Just asking one question here is what she's doing. She's saying, how do you know your supplements are working? Well, if you want to know how your supplements are working, come see Sonia. And come on out to the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. Oh, just one question for you. What's your favorite part about being in events like this?
Meeting all the new people and the like-minded people that really encourage you, and they become really good friends.
Did I tell you to say that?
No, you did not.
Is it coming from your heart?
It is every day.
Okay, this is what we've been trying to tell you guys. Is this is what it's all about up here? Meeting people, learning a lot of things, but it's not just meeting people. It's meeting the soul of America right here. This is the heart of America, and of course, Sonia, you're one of them. All right. Thank you. You too. Lorraine, Chiak, what are y'all doing? Okay, hang on just a minute. I'm gonna stick a camera and a microphone in your hand here. I gotta back up a little bit. We're a little too close. You wanna do this? Okay. Which one you do this? I'll do this. Okay. I'm afraid I'm gonna break the camera. There we go. Okay, so how are you, Lorraine?
I'm good. How are you?
I love this lady, by the way. She don't know that. It's just kind of a secret thing, but I love this lady. And so I know that you are heavily involved in the ladies' homesteading. And as a matter of fact, okay.
I think it's time for announcements.
I think so, and we're going to take a little break when they start speaking because I don't want to compete with that.
Yes.
I just don't want to compete with that. Besides, it gives my voice a little bit of a rest, so it's okay too. Yeah. So anyway, until they come here, or until they start making their announcement, when we first met you, it was on the speaker series last year.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were already involved in the ladies' homesteading gathering.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about that. While we have a chance, we'll take a pause if they start talking.
Okay. So National Ladies Homestead Gathering is a nonprofit organization, and we have chapters all across the country where we can bring ladies together and we can share knowledge, we can build our community, and we can grow our friendships. So we gather once a month and we learn new things. It's kind of like here, but it's like one room. So we bring in speakers and we learn about everything from bees to chickens to rainwater to whatever we're interested in our area and whatever our ladies are wanting to know about. And we work in our communities, and so it's wonderful. We have a great time. We all get together and just kind of enjoy each other, and we're growing that community of like-minded women. And we're there for each other. I don't know if y'all remember yesterday, if you saw the round table that Ashley Klaus talked about her community. and part of that community that came up for her was ladies that she had met through Ladies Homestead Gathering. So, I mean, that's where you build those connections and those friendships, and that's a big part of it.
Okay, we're going to take just a little bit of a break. Okay, we got a drawing going on in the background. Show the drawing on the background there, Scott. I see a quilt up there. Your sister made that? That's a would be a good prize. I guess it's a prize.
2, 3, 1, 3. 6, 9, 2, 3, 1, 3. That's what you got to type. 6, 9, 2, 3, 1, 3.
So it's got a bag full of things that they got up there right now.
6, 9, 2, 3, 1, 3.
Oh, here they come. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, Kane said. Man, that thing's hot. He can hold that microphone all the way down here. That thing is hot. Yeah. Are we done, or are they picking something else out? Nope, the hat's leaving the station. That's it. The hat has left the building. All right, so anyway, Lorraine, so this is really good to see that women are really getting active in the homesteading community in this lifestyle. And I wouldn't even call it an undercurrent. You guys might be doing a lot better than the men are doing actually about this, but there is a large community of women who are involved with it that's learning with you. Have you made any friends?
Oh, I've made friends all across the country through National Ladies Homestead Gathering. Literally from Idaho to Ohio to Georgia and in Oklahoma. And I was new to Oklahoma when I found this group, so it was a great way for me to connect with people that not only were like-minded, but that just I would never have met otherwise. Like they just never would have been part of my life. And I've made true lifelong friendships through this. So,
I bet you guys have got each other's back.
Every day.
Every day. And if you have a problem, I bet you know somebody to call.
I've got a list.
A long list.
Long list.
People to call
Yes.
when you get yourself in trouble.
When I get in trouble,
And
I need a helping hand, or I don't know the answer to a question, the ladies are always there.
Yeah, and guys, I'm just telling you, between you and I, don't tell anybody. She does get in trouble sometimes.
Occasionally. Occasionally.
Or are you the trouble? I don't know.
Well, sometimes I am the trouble.
I'll ask Chris later. That's
You
her
can ask
husband.
Chris later. He'll tell you I'm the trouble.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
So anyway, what are you guys? Y'all are just talking about that.
We're sharing about
Here.
it. We have a cookbook for sale today. Well, sometimes I am the trouble.
Cookbook for sale. Yeah. It says Ladies Homestead Gathering 2023 cookbook. And
Those recipes came from our ladies all across the country. So we collected recipes all across the country from those.
is there any passed down from Grandma?
I'm sure there's lots passed down from Grandma in there.
And that's what we're looking for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And so,
And then tonight we have an interest meeting at the Kiamichi County Cowboy Church, which is just about 6 minutes south of here. And so that's if anybody's interested in how to start a chapter or just wanting more information. We're going to have a group of ladies down there hosting that information meeting. So if you're here or not here and you see this, just come on down and join us. We'd love to talk to y'all and share about it.
okay, so that's good information. And listen, what are the requirements to be involved with the Ladies Homesteading Gathering?
Join us.
Just join.
Show up. Just show up.
Show up.
Show up.
Okay.
Be there.
Do you actually have to be a homesteader with chickens and everything else?
No, my favorite thing about this is that you could live in New York City and grow a tomato plant and a basil plant on your back patio. You're a homesteader.
All right. Okay.
And our
But what
goal-
if?
I'm sorry. Our goal is to encourage women to do things at home instead of going to the grocery store or the local market.
What does this say on the back of my shirt? Read it.
It says, keep it local.
All right.
Yes, it does. And that's what we want to do.
That's right.
Yes.
So, Lorraine, how can people reach you? Now, by the way, Lorraine Chiak is I'm going to call you a national speaker now because you've been to more than.
About that, I don't know, but okay.
Yeah, but people like you and they love hearing your talks. I know. We talk about you behind your back. Okay, so we know.
As long as it's nice, I don't care.
It ain't all nice. I'm just kidding. It's all good.
Thank you.
So anyway, again, where can people find you if they are interested in having you speak at a little event or something about what you do here or homesteading, and where can people find you also about the ladies homesteading?
Okay, for me, it would be bluffcreekacres@gmail.com. You can email me there. We're also on YouTube and on Instagram with Bluff Creek Acres. And then for National Ladies Homestead Gathering, it's nlhg.org.
nlhg.org. Can you see that over there, Scott? Yeah, just kind of zoom in on that nlhg.org. Let me see. National Ladies Homesteading Gathering, nlhg.org.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, and you know we love you.
I love you too.
Yeah.
You guys are great.
You got a big head. I mean, a big hug here. I got a big head. I called you. I said you had a big head. I need a big hug. See you. Me too. All right, thanks. Yeah. Scott, do you need to go sit it down for a little while? Let's go sit it down, man. See if we can manage our way that way, huh? Yeah. So there's a lot of things that we still didn't cover here, and hopefully we'll find a little bit of time, a little downtime later, especially when Ryan is in the back, doing one of his speeches. I think we're going to try to catch that one, I believe. Chris, you're running around like a chicken with her head cut off.
No, I'm meeting people.
Oh, you're meeting people.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit all the booths today.
We are too, and it's hard, by the way.
It is.
Because going from each one of these, it just takes a lot of time to get through it.
It does.
Right?
Yep.
We still got the remainder of this aisle, two sides of that aisle, and two sides of that aisle over there that we still got to do. There's a lot of vendors out here.
There is.
Yeah. And we're meeting a lot of interesting people with interesting stories and interesting products.
Yes. Have you met the lady who's doing the spinning wheel yet?
They're doing the what?
The spinning wheel?
No, we stopped right there because he needs a break.
Okay.
His shoulder needs a break.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, me either. Have you seen Ryan wandering around by any chance? What time is it?
No, I think he's still in his class.
Still in his class. Okay. So that's supposed to last an hour and a half. Is that right?
They have an hour and a half scheduled. Yes.
And so that one would be over at 11:30 because he started at 10. That'll be over at 11:30. What time are we right now? You got any timekeepers on you?
11:09.
11:09. So we still have another 20 minutes to fill up. So we're going to go on back over to the table. Thank you, Chris. I'll see you around. And we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into over here. Pies, fried pies. Zoom in on this, man. Just zoom in a little bit on this thing here. Okay, there we go. That's right. The Farm to Table Show. Watch live on Facebook and YouTube, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Like and subscribe. And of course, you got silly little, what do you call those icons? Emojis. Yeah, silly little emojis. My son, by the way, shout out to my son Daniel, who last minute put this thing together for me. Hey, can you do this? I mean, it's like seriously almost 11 o'clock at night, and he said, "Oh, okay." So he did that, and he does a wonderful job. So just bring it on over here and see if we can't get it switched over to the set real quick. Oh yeah. So all right. We got a little tune. Take that off your shoulder and relax for a little while, Scott. Do me a favor, and can you pull that battery up since we're not using that one right at the moment? If you want to bring it over, I'll the little push button and pull up. Push button and pull up. There we go. Yeah, it's a little stubborn sometimes. There's a little. Let me see. I'll show you. It's right there. There we go. Yeah, let that thing be off for a little while. Save those batteries because, we're almost completely battery powered when it comes to cameras and microphones. So we got to preserve those as much as we can. Okay, let's see. See what we got over in chat. Hey, looky here, man. Looky here. All right. Let me start up here. All right. So, we left off with Troy Sutton, and we also had seen Belt Luke 29 saying "Sup, farm to table," and I don't know, maybe he knew where that was, but anyway, we had our friend Jenna had checked in. Jenna had checked in with us a little bit early. She said, "Y'all welcome. Hey everybody, thanks." I'll just set it. I'll pull it up here. Y'all welcome. I don't know if that's how she actually speaks or not. I have heard her speak. She's from Florida, by the way. Florida. And she says the word y'all. She drops some y'alls like it's nobody's business. Yeah. Like it's, yeah. So y'all, welcome hey everybody. Thanks for joining in with our wonderful host, the Farm to Table Show. You got that right. By the way, we are the biggest little show. No, we are the biggest little channel on YouTube. Yeah, that's right. We are the biggest little channel on YouTube. At least that's what I heard yesterday. All right. And Jenna saying good morning, Keith and Ryan. And Jenna again says at Chris from Hippie Callier. Yeah, she probably just heard her name over there. And Troy saying, hey girl. Yeah, okay. And it's just Janae saying good morning to all the people that's online here. And so here's 3D's Adventure. What's your name, 3D's Adventure? If you're still out there, kind of like to get to make new friends. Huh?
I bet it's D, and there's 3 of them.
3D's. Which one do you think it's? It's Dwayne, Daryl, and my other brother, Daryl. Is that what it is?
It could have been Dodge.
Dodge? It could have been Dodge. It could be Dodge, Daryl, and my other brother, Daryl. Man, my brother must be having a good time up there, man. He ain't wanting to let it go, whatever's going on. Hopefully he's having a good
He's
show
in his
there.
element. He's actually
Levi.
talking.
Levi, is that your Levi?
That is my Levi.
Levi, thank you for being out there. I love you, brother. He said, yeah, I know you're my nephew, but I love you like a brother.
Sup, Levi?
What's up, Levi? What are you doing? What you doing, Levi? Talk to me, Levi.
Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose.
Yeah. So, was it Levi was your tallest son, by the way?
Yes, Levi is the giant. Matter of fact, he gives
all
Sasquatch
giants.
a run for his money.
He gives Sasquatch a run for his money?
In height, yes.
Right. In height, you ain't kidding about that.
And then there's Andrew, which would give him a lot of run for his money in total height.
In total height and weight, right. Overall.
Overall.
Right. Andrew takes the prize there.
That's part of the DNA of the Sasquatch, Sassy family on
the
that
Sassy
side.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. So once again, we did have rumors that Sasquatch. There have been Sasquatch sightings around here, and yesterday we went around and we were talking to everybody, and one of the questions was asking, have you seen Sasquatch here? And a lot of them said, yeah. I've
He
seen
may
Sasquatch."
make an appearance. Yeah.
I said, where are you from, boy? Oklahoma. He said, yep.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Sassy? Oklahoma.
Most people need to try to figure out how to do an appropriate Sasquatch call, because the ones I even hear on TV aren't the same as the actual Sasquatch that is a friend of mine.
Are you about to blow my ears out? No, man, you can't do that. That's visceral, man. That's what that is. That's that guttural, visceral, down deep, like, should I be afraid?
It is fear.
Is it fear that goes through you? I'm thinking, is that like a mating call or what?
Well, imagine I come up behind you and go,
and I'd say, honey, not tonight. Just kidding.
I have no idea what to say to that.
Sorry, man. Sometimes I can't grab it before it goes out of my mouth. It's just in my brain and out my mouth before I can pull it back in. But once again, I'd kind of like to hear what Sasquatch sounds like.
That is a Sasquatch sound, but that's interpreted as how you doing?
How you doing? Yeah, well, that's your story. I interpret that a whole different way. Yeah. And that's an interpretation. Run.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're just waiting. I think that we are. Let's see, where am I at here? I got to take that off. Hide messages, y'all. There we go. All right. Anyway, it's kind of hard without Mr. P, because you're trying to keep the show going, full time, and you're trying to do the production behind the scenes.
Technical
and boo-hoo, who cares, Mr. Gravely? Just do your job. And so anyway, what are you drinking over there, by the way, other than water?
I am drinking the famous drink of the Sasquatch family.
Oh, the Squatch family drink, huh? The Java Monster.
Mocha.
Oh, that is Loca Mocha.
It is Loca Mocha. Gotta have the caffeine.
Yeah, so
now I'm gonna drink the water.
Yeah. You got another one? Isn't that what somebody from the Sassy family would say? You got another one of those?
Give me
another one.
Give me another.
Give me another. Just pass it around. So anyway, again, we're just kind of waiting, and hopefully what we got coming up is I do want to grab Dwayne Hall.
He's still in a 10:30 to 11:30 talk.
He's in a 10 to 11:30 talk, I believe.
I think it was 10:30 on the schedule. But having Dwayne over here would be great.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, because we want to talk. Once again, we want to get him over here on the side to tell us
10 to 11.
Huh?
10 to 11.
10 to 11. Okay. So that means that right around 11:30 he should be done, if people will let him go, because whenever we tried to get with him yesterday, every time that I would go over there, he was busy with the customer. And of course, he's a vendor out here. He's not just a teacher, but he's also a vendor. And I don't want to get in between him and his customers. So anyway, hopefully he'll be joining us here in a little bit. What's going on, man? Oh, thank you, brother.
I appreciate that.
So I haven't tried this blueberry.
I think it's about time you taste test the blueberry.
All right. Okay. Once again, we're doing a taste test today. By
I
the
was
way,
told-
I hate doing taste tests. You believe that?
I was told that the blueberry was better than my cherry.
Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't argue with that, probably, but I won't know till after I taste it.
You have to taste it.
All right, here we go.
You got to get a good bite too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Not in the blueberries yet.
That would be your next bite to the right.
The next bite to the right. See, yesterday, I got into a. Let me pull this. Can you hear me in that one?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. So, yesterday, I get in a bit of a trouble whenever I'm doing something like this because I forget that this microphone is down here. And whatever is in the bag or in my hand that I'm eating generally winds up on the little foam windsock that's on there. And yeah, it's kind of disgusting right now. I don't know. Does it come with laundry? Hey, you know what?
Hey,
see Dwayne Hall.
Let me see if I can't wrangle.
Can you wrangle up?
Dwayne,
wrangle this man up and say, okay, we're ringing a bell for some reason. Is that a dinner bell? He'll be right back. Did you see Ryan back there anywhere? Huh?
It will. What kind do you like?
No, I don't need one on that.
I don't need it, but I sure do want it. That's probably why I lost that on that charter. Now I'm a little worried about myself now.
Hey, I couldn't believe I won.
I know.
Between the two of us, I'm still.
I know because you know, to hear you talk about it, you got the worst health in the world between all of us. But truth is, my antioxidants are not low. They're low.
You have an abundance of uncle oxidants, though.
Uncle oxidants, not antioxidants, right? Corn. You know, this is not Nebraska. Okay.
You mean West Virginia?
Why West Virginia?
Aunts and uncles.
Aunts and no, I was talking about the corn. If they grow corn, they're known for growing corn here. Hey, we grow corn here at the Farm to Table Show. I'm just saying. See, I'm getting it on my hands and everything.
Well, it's not good unless you get it all over you. You got to get some of that blue.
Get the bite to the right that we left off.
Come on, man. Get some of that blueberry. Get some of that blueberry. Now you got some. Ah, that looks like it was a good bite.
Okay, now the blueberry's off.
You got to swish it around. Oh, that's wine. I'm sorry.
I licked my lips.
You got to lick your lips.
On live show.
Lick the microphone. Oh, man.
Yeah, that is really pretty good. So,
again, that's the Poppin' Tops vendor behind us here.
I actually want to finish it. Pretty good. We're taking a little break here.
They're a little hot on that mic.
Yeah, they're very hot on that mic. I don't know why.
Levi, if you're still out there, we could use your expertise in these mics.
Levi, where are you when we need you, man? You're letting us down, brother. Yeah, so anyway, so they're finished with that. So again, I'm just kind of waiting for Ryan to get out of his, and we're waiting on Dwayne Hall to come up here because I know that Ryan and I both kind of wanted to interview Dwayne. And so I'm hoping that Ryan makes it over here because I don't want him to be left out of it.
And while you guys are doing that interview, I will be back at the production side of things and getting some things set up for us to do.
Okay, awesome.
After our interview with Dwayne and maybe a lunch.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know what time
here
are
just
we,
a bit.
right?
Well, we got about an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's 11:24 out here at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous in Oklahoma, obviously, and
you do have an intermission filler this time from different hosts, correct?
Yeah, we are going to be playing in the background, and I will not get copyright strikes like I did yesterday for playing the sax squatch. We will be playing footage, exclusive footage that we got and nobody's ever seen before, of Dr. Patrick Jones from the Homestead Herbalist, and it was a very informative interview. Afterwards, went over to Jed Anderson, which is his partner, and I had I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's called auricular therapy. Auricular therapy.
Yeah, I haven't had that.
Yeah, you should have it. Oh, by the way, I got the auricular at home.
While Dwayne sits here, I'm gonna go check on Ryan.
Okay, you go check on Ryan and see if we can pull Ryan in here. Dwayne, come on in. Take the hot seat.
Take a hot seat?
Yes, sir. Are you about talked out yet?
No, not yet.
I didn't think so. So, how did your talk go, Dwayne? It's yours.
It's my mic.
Yeah, it's yours.
It went real well. Very engaging.
Good.
People asked a lot of great questions because it's, people are looking for their health.
Right. And so your topic was herbalism this time. You have different talks.
Yeah, this time what we did is we talked about heavy metal detox and parasite cleanse, how to do that naturally and to do it the right way. So we also talked about some other herbs and how herbs work and how the synergy of it all comes together. And just really, I gave them the basics of what's there and why the Creator gave us these things and how to use what the Creator's given us.
That's right. And to break that down, I've heard it said, and I may have heard this said by you in the past, is that God created these plants or these herbs, and to where pharmaceuticals, they will identify one element or two elements out of a plant. They will remove that element, and then they'll synthesize that element. And when God made the plant, He made it to where it was a complete medicine for humanity, meaning to say that there might have been some side effects or something if this one wasn't right alongside the other one.
Well, a good example of that is aspirin.
Okay, tell me.
The natural form of aspirin comes from willow trees.
Yes.
Okay, the leaves and twigs. Okay, and there for a long time, they were putting magnesium in as a buffer because straight aspirin was harsh on people's stomach.
Right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And they took one little piece and they didn't take the whole plant as the Creator had created that plant for us to use that way.
Right.
And so therefore there were harsh things that came about because they did that. Okay. I'm very much a whole plant person.
Right.
I believe if the Creator, I'm not as smart as the Creator, and I don't think a lot of these people that wear white coats are as smart as the Creator.
That's a good point.
The Creator created it that way for a reason.
Right.
And what we need to do is we need to look at those reasons and understand those reasons rather than us trying to think we know more than the Creator does and we can improve on it.
Right. And that's kind of what I had taken from it. This was some things that I've learned since being involved with the Homestead community. There is so much information out here about our health, natural health, holistic type of health, and some age-old knowledge that's almost lost.
Let's take fire cider, for example.
Right.
Okay? There's as many people that make fire cider, there's that many different little recipes. Now, they all have the main constituents there.
Right.
But the whole thing behind fire cider is nothing more than we understand that our food is our medicine.
Right.
And the different components were things that they had in their kitchen. But we knew what would help the body. So they put those constituents together for an even more powerful, because the synergy, when we put those plants together, the synergy works so much better in there. And just like, apple cider vinegar, which is one of the things that's used to extract it, but apple cider vinegar is one of the things we call one of the 7 healers. Okay? It does so much. It does from cleaning and disinfecting to helping change the pH of our body. All of those components are there, and we found that because our food is our medicine. And
You are what you eat, right?
If we will get away from quantity of food and focus more on quality of food, then that will bring us the nutrients that we need for our bodies.
Yeah. So one of the things, Dwayne, that just telling you something that happened here yesterday. yesterday. It was off camera. It was completely, kind of off the records. But I was over here working on something, and Dwayne come up to me and he said, "I noticed your hands shaking. What's going on?" And for me, it just become a way of life. My hands do shake terribly, and yeah, I did know that was a sign of Parkinson's. It's been with me for a very long time. As early, in my memory, as early as being a teenager, I noticed that my hands shook a little bit more than they had. So, I mean, that tells me that there's some kind of a nervous problem there, and of course, Dwayne notices things like that in people. So, if you walk up to him, you're getting an exam without even knowing it, probably.
Well, and it's, I don't walk up and intentionally do that.
Yeah.
It's, and this is the way I put it. It's the Creator have that still small voice in me that says, Dwayne, you need to pay attention to this.
Yeah.
The Creator alerts me to little things when it's the right time to do something. Okay? It's not that I see everybody, because everybody will go, I don't want to hang around Dwayne. He's going to say something. No, I wait for the Creator to quicken my heart to say something. And so I think there's a reason we need to talk about that.
And we will, because once you mentioned it and everything, one of the first things you said, I think you need a, was it iron or detox, metal detox,
metal detox.
And so I thought, I don't really understand it, about what that is or what it does, but and I say this in front of everybody here because there are people out here who experience the same thing I'm experiencing, and I have learned to just live with it, adapt and overcome to it all my life, not knowing that I might be missing something or experience. Yeah.
The thing is that we all need to look out for each other. That's because we are an organism. All humanity, all the animals, all the plants, we were all put here to live in harmony together. And we need to start that. We need to start looking out. It just happens to be this is what the Creator has given me as my mission to do. There's other people that have other things that they do, other specialties. And this is like my friend Lynn with C90. He's just starting to talk in there. And he does a lot of the same things I do, whether I talk about the animal body or the human body. He's talking about the soil.
Yes.
And where it really all begins.
Yeah.
And so there's so many of us out here that are so congruent, but the Creator has given us different missions and different little things to do to complete the whole, to help each other.
Right. And I've fallen short of the mark, if you will, and when I just examine them, when I just take a self-examination of my own life, growing up, we tend to be me-centric. What is in it for me and my family?
That's what we're taught.
That sort of thing, That's what we talk about. And but being a part of this and being around wonderful people, you begin to get a sense of what real community is, and it's kind of taking care of each other. Right. And I'm not I am a free market guy. I believe in the free market, but at the same time, that doesn't mean just me, and stuff, material possessions all the time, right? It's and he walked up to me yesterday and said, "Keith, your hands are shaking. Why?" I mean, doesn't that really say a lot about how we ought to act as a community, concerned with the other person, as much as ourselves, because, this is not a one-man act.
No,
it's not.
We were not created that way. We're told to love your brother as you love yourself.
Yeah.
And we need to do that. We need to reach out. I was talking to some ladies the other day, or just earlier today, and I read a book years ago. Mm-hmm. It was called The Rag Picker.
Right.
And it was, our whole thing is to look for the good in others.
Yeah.
And by doing that, we help bring that out. And when we help bring out the good in others, that brings out the good in us.
Yeah, it
And
does.
everybody wins when we do that. And just, and I'm gonna put a little plug in here because you guys know I love what you do.
Oh,
because
I thought it was a plug for you.
No, it's for you guys, because you guys, all of us may be doing our little thing, but people don't really get to notice that. But you guys, and what you're doing, you're bringing that to people's attention. You're putting that out there, and you're letting us all know we're not by ourselves, and that there is a good life out there.
Yeah.
People, we get so busy in our everyday lives that we forget that.
And that's normal.
And you're bringing that to our attention, what you guys do. So that's a mission work in itself, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I thank you for the kind words. That's all I ever get from you, by the way, is kind words on and off screen. What you see is what you get here with Dwayne. And once again, I thank you for that, because, sometimes, Ryan and I have conversations behind the scenes about, well, how are we doing? Are we meeting our objectives that we have for the channel? And I can tell you they're not monetary. The objectives is the message resonating? Is the message getting out to the people? So it really honestly feels good to hear, validation, from people, and I appreciate that.
And I guess I know I will tell you that because I'm close to you guys. I mean, I've just, from the moment we all met, it was just like we'd known each other forever.
Yeah.
But other people here, they sense it too, and they tell me. They may not come out and say that to you.
Oh, okay.
But it's there, and I want you to know it, okay? Because just like they touch your lives, you touch other lives. And that's what our whole mission is.
Well, I'll tell you what, that will not go untalked about when it becomes the end of the year assessment time for the Farm to Table show, because we got in it for the community. There are certain metrics that we look at, but the most important metric is the message getting across. And are we meeting the muster within the community? What we do, and so
I believe you are. I believe you guys are doing a wonderful work. You're changing people's lives.
Yeah.
You're doing your part. You're part of that puzzle to change people's lives.
Yeah. Thank you, Dwayne. Again, thank you. Actually, what we brought you here for, because there's a topic that's going on nationally right now, and as soon as I heard it, it dawned on me. It was just like, a brick out of heaven just hit me in the head. And that was moments.
I love them.
Yeah, and it's like, what our nation just heard from the president and RFK when they were talking about that there are certain things that they think was causing autism. And of course they were talking to mothers, and of course, maybe that's the way most people say, oh well, I'm not a mother or anything where I have to worry about carrying a child or anything. I can still use acetaminophen, Tylenol, that sort of thing, and take shots and that sort of thing. But I could only imagine at that moment, I said, you know what? So many people in our society depend on those type of pharmaceuticals to get rid of pain, to get rid of whatever, maybe it's rheumatoid arthritis, it's other things like that. I said, what do you think people in pain are going to do if they think that part is that's not safe for them? And I said, they're probably going to be looking for alternatives. And I said, this community has alternatives, but I also thought, whoa, this could get dangerous too.
Oh, real quick.
People who are looking for alternatives if they're in pain, what lengths would they go to in order to find relief for whatever's ailing them, at that particular time? And so what I kind of want to do, and course, I first thought about you. I said, man, we got to talk to Dwayne about this because I know he's got a common sense approach to everything. It's not all about, hey, just go get this plant in and your ills are going to be over with, you know. So is there any insights to maybe things that people ought to know if they start seeking for alternatives?
Oh yeah, and we're bringing the whole thing of this weekend is bringing the past to the present for the future.
Right.
Okay. And we talk about alternative medicine. It was the first. Why is it alternative?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was the original. It's what the Creator gave us originally. Our challenge has been is we have lost our way. We have quit seeking what the Creator gives us, and we've been seeking what man gives us. Man is trying to become God in that aspect. And we're out there today, and anytime we see this revolution,
right,
and it's coming back around now, because people are understanding, well, this has got, look at the TV. Did you take this medicine? Be involved in this lawsuit. We're seeing tons and tons
all
of
the
that.
time.
But I also want to caution people that just because it's natural doesn't mean it's necessarily right for you, or it could be right in certain doses. And we've gone so long that a lot of that knowledge is only held in a few. And I've seen some books out there that AI have created these books that are wrong picture of the plant with the wrong description.
Oh, misidentification.
Yes,
Boy, that's
and that could be deadly.
Yeah.
So my thing is I would say seek someone that is trained, that knows, that has been doing this for a long time. And in the process of that, seek that which within you. Do you feel congruent with that person that they can help you do that? Don't just go to the internet and willy-nilly whatever it says, because you don't even know if it's right or not. Just because it's on the internet, guys, doesn't mean it's gospel. Okay? We have all kinds of things that we see on the internet. So seek people. Let's get away from all this. Now, the internet's great. It gets information out there and it does that thing, but we still need people. Let's not take the human factor out of this.
Right.
And let's go to those people that have the heart of wanting to help someone and that know what they're doing and that will sit and counsel that person in these things. Because there's certain herbs that, I'll tell my age here, there used to be a commercial that's your brew cream, a little dab of do ye.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Well, and that's right with a lot of herbs, but people go, well, if this does this will do a lot better. No, you don't want to take that much of it because now you can have side effects. And so many people are on pharmaceuticals out there today that one of the main things that we have to really look at is what are the contraindications of taking an herb and still taking pharmaceuticals.
Yes.
They can fight one another. So there needs to be that balancing act. We need to look at that because we need to care about that person and how they respond to this.
Right. And one of the things that, I think about is that many of us have a shelf full. I don't. I take one medicine right now, but there's many of us that have a shelf full of medications. And if they had to remove a set of, and Scott's over there giving me the number 8 over there. He takes 8 medications, and he's got a little bit of an issue that he's been talking to a regular doctor about, has put him on pharmaceuticals, and it might not be safe for him to go to an herbal while having a cabinet full of pharmaceuticals.
Well, you need someone that understands both worlds at that point, that can say, that's just like, let's say someone's on a blood thinner.
Yeah.
And they go, well, I want to take ginkgo for memory. Well, ginkgo's a blood thinner also, so we just extra thinned your blood down.
So it doesn't do just one thing.
Just one thing.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you need to know those things there, and that's where that somebody that's really trained that will sit down and have that person visit with them and what do you want to, and understand some of those. I've got books and books about all these different medicines and stuff and what they do. Okay? And I'll go back and research and look at that. And I never tell people, I do not prescribe, nor do I diagnose.
Right.
But if I was in this situation, this is what I would do.
Right.
And here's why. This is what this herb does and how it does it.
Right. Yeah. So, I guess the questions in a lot of people's mind, do herbal medicine, or are there herbal medicines that does address pain?
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh, yes. I'm a retired fire captain.
Yeah.
Okay. And we were loading a patient up 5 o'clock one morning, cardiac arrest. And I was helping load him in the ambulance, and the other guy wasn't helping, and I did something stupid, but adrenaline's pumping and you do it.
Yeah.
And I pinched a nerve in my neck really, really, really bad, to the point that I couldn't even use my arm. I wasn't getting any sleep. And of course, they sent me, because it's on the job, they sent me to the medical society.
Right.
Well, they wanted to operate on my wrist, they wanted to operate on my elbow, they wanted to operate on my shoulder. But I knew everything was coming from my neck. And another herbalist that I know I just happened to see the information in talking about this particular herb, okay? And I tried, with very much disgust, I tried their pharmaceutical, because my wife, I couldn't put up with her saying, "You're too grouchy. You need to do something. You're in pain too much." Okay? And it didn't work. It didn't touch it. So I went back to this particular herb, which happened to be, in my case, was teasel. Okay?
Teasel.
And it was, thank you, Dr. Patrick Jones, for that. And between a combination of teasel and a procedure called dry needling, I can do all of this.
Look at that range of motion.
With no pain.
Wow.
Okay? But they wanted to operate and cut on me.
Yes. That brings up another thing. I mean, shouldn't it be the first thing we go to? Is there a natural way that I can get this done without all that?
Yes.
Before I go to the extreme,
Understand this. Don't wait till it's too late. Because there's sometimes you have to do those, and men are the worst. Okay?
I would agree with that. Yeah.
We will just put up and shut up until it's too bad.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't do that. Okay? And if you look in the herbal world, most of the herbal world is women.
Yeah.
Because they talk amongst themselves, and they do that. And they take care of the situation before it gets bad. Us guys, we're missing an arm and 2 legs. And we're still out there going after it.
I'd be all right.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
We need to understand. Let's start earlier with the herbs, because sometimes some of the herbs they tend to work a little slower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we need to recognize those things and start early. Let's not be stupid about this and let it debilitate us before we do anything. So yes, are there times that I believe the medical society should be? Oh yes. My wife ended up having both of her knees replaced. And we worked it for years with herbs and everything else. But when it gets to the point that it's mechanical, she was bone on bone. Well, you know what? I don't care. There's no herbs in the world gonna fix that.
It can't bring back the cartilage or whatever's in there. No. It can't rebuild that.
So there's things for that. And I believe I'm looking for the world where we can work together. I'm not looking at getting rid of all the medical and the pharmaceutical. I don't believe that. I believe we can work together.
Right. And so, pretty much what you're saying is with a regular MD, a doctor, and with an herbalist, and Oh, by the way, I just want to mention this part. You were saying that the two of them can work together. Did you know that Dr. Patrick Jones has, now he himself is a veterinarian.
Yes.
He's got two of his family members who are doctors, and one is a lawyer, which I thought you probably need that. But here you've got a man who is deep into herbalism, and he's got two doctors in the family, and I don't think he rails against the doctors at all.
His issue is with the actual medical insurance, medical industry, and what the flow chart that they have to follow. And if they don't follow that flow chart, they didn't, insurance don't pay, insurance don't cover, this doesn't happen. And they stopped treating and being doctors, and they just follow the steps. Well, good grief, I can teach a 12-year-old to follow the steps, you know what I'm saying? And so, but that's the industry because of the legal issues, lawsuits, everything else that they have to do if they want to get paid.
Exactly right. I'm going to give you an example. My wife had both her knees replaced, right? And I was her caregiver. I was the one that she cussed when I put her on the machine to make the range of motion and do all those good things, And so when it came time to change the bandage from surgery, the nurse was out there, and when she was changing that bandage, I looked at that bandage and I go, that's silver impregnated.
Right.
And she goes, yeah, it is. She goes, how'd you know that? I said, I'm a big believer in silver, And she said, Dr. Jabor, Tony Jabor, is one of the few doctors that will spend the extra money to use a silver impregnated bandage. And she says all of his clients recover much quicker.
So what kind of, would that be like an open wound or something like
Well,
that
it was
covers?
It was from the surgery, all the
From the
scar and
surgery.
the incision and everything else.
Right.
And to keep the infection and everything down, he had used a bandage that was silver impregnated because we know silver keeps that infection down.
Right.
Okay. And he calls me up and gets fire cider and other stuff like that, honey, things like that from me. And I can't go against the community because I know someone right there that works and does his best he can within the means that he can, and I know his heart. He's a wonderful human being. So can we all work together? Yes, we just have to start changing some mindsets.
So what would you say to people? Because, they're saying, this all sounds good. It all sounds good and fine, but I just don't know anybody who I trust because, this is a whole other rabbit hole we can go down, and that's the trust of the medical system these days. And they're asking the questions like, who can I trust now? Because I've lost my trust in the entire institutional system of doctors and three-letter agencies and all of that stuff. And so they're saying, I would love to be able to talk to somebody about that. How do they go about choosing somebody if they're considering natural medicine? How do they find that individual?
Well, community. We'll go back to that word, community.
Okay.
I believe the first thing they need to do is, some people put it out in the universe. Some people say pray about it, whatever. I think if you seek that, you ask the Creator to provide that, the Creator will provide that. You start talking to friends and relatives and that intention is out there, I believe the Creator will put someone in your path that either that knows that or someone that knows someone that knows that. The Creator takes care of our needs if we will let the Creator take care of our needs.
Right. Trust. Now that's trust, right? If you want to talk about trust, it's trust in the Creator to guide you where you need to be to get what you need.
Yeah.
And most likely, okay. Be right back.
We'll do a presentation, so we'll see you.
Oh, is it your next presentation? Okay, that's all right. Well, we'll miss you, sort of. So, yeah, Ryan's got to go. He's got another talk. But just trying to, we're not going to keep you very long here, but just trying to get to the bottom of the way of things in the world right now, especially after that announcement with President Trump and RFK Jr. about a very popular pain medication, and there were some other things to that leading to autism. And of course, one of the things that I was saying, it might affect mostly unborn children or the mother, but if it's doing that type of damage to them, what about us?
Yes, exactly.
What about us? I mean, so we're looking for that. And one of the things that we had talked a little bit about is willow bark. Can you talk to us a little bit about willow bark?
Well, I mean, willow bark's used all over the world. Anywhere willow grows, it's been known to use it to help relieve pain.
Right.
It's the green leaves and the twigs, the fresh bark at the end of the limb has been used to do it. Make a tea out of it, or you can dry it out and make tinctures. It's been used over and over and over again. We've got tons of other things out there, other plants that are all around us all the time. One of the big things right now on the internet's mullein. Helping respiratory. Okay, there's just so many things, but something as simple, guys, as garlic. Garlic.
Yeah, I love garlic.
And oregano. Oregano's one of our. And you go, oregano? That's one of our most powerful things out there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all around us. We just have to. We have to wake back up.
Right.
Yeah, and we brought this over this fire cider, and everybody's got their different formulas, but the ingredients, and this is one I happen to make, is apple cider vinegar, which is one of the 7 healers, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, honey is one of the great healers out there. I use elderberry instead of turmeric, which a lot of people just use. I don't like straight turmeric. Now I like it when I put it in Indian food, okay, but I don't like it straight. Ginger root, horseradish root, onion, garlic, cayenne, jalapeno, lemon, orange, rosemary, and everybody laughs at me when I say love on it. It's because I pray over this stuff. I want to put intent that there's healing intent for people.
And I can attest. I've seen this man do this in person. You were working on one of our friends last night. Who came to you with an issue, and you prayed over it when you made it, but you also seem to be sort of in connection with the Creator as you were going through the process of trying to help.
Yeah, it's not me. Okay, it's not me.
Right.
I am nothing more than a conduit for the Creator.
Right.
That's all I am. I'm a servant. I do my best. I don't always, but I do my best to do what I'm asked to do. And so I tell people sometimes if I'm talking to you about something or go through, you better pay attention, because in 30 minutes I may not know a thing I said, because the message wasn't for me. The message was for you, and I'm just the one. I'm the mouthpiece delivering that message. It's not me. People say, "Oh, you're a healer." No, I'm not. Don't call me a healer.
Right.
I'm just a conduit. I'm not a vessel. And I understand where a lot of people use vessels. A vessel contains something and can only hold so much. I'm a conduit. The Creator can flow as much as the Creator wants to flow through me, and I retain none of it.
Yeah. For a lot of people, including myself, I say that's walking in the Spirit. It has nothing to. It has a meaning of being somewhere in a location, which is in my spirit. But what happens in there is that the Creator flows when I'm in my spirit.
That's where truth comes from. There's only one place true truth comes from.
Right.
And that's
exactly
the Creator.
Right. Yeah. Amen. So, is there any closing words that you would like to tell people who's interested in finding some kind of an alternative?
Oh yeah, put yourself in the environment that those people are in. That's like coming to something like this right here. There's so many different things that are here to help people. You put yourself in that environment, and those that will pop up. You know, there's an old saying that a teacher will come when the student is ready.
I've heard that before, and that is profound, actually.
So we need to put ourselves in that place for those blessings to come to us. It's a two-way street. We can't sit on the couch and go, God, deliver it.
Right.
We have to put something behind it. We have to put that intent. We have to put those prayers out there. And when we do, and we have the right heart, it will happen.
Right. And so on the teacher's side is that as a teacher, we have to be ready to go.
Yes.
Ready to go. And I think that's what the Creator is looking for, is people who are open vessels.
Yes.
Open for that flow.
Yes.
But He's also looking for people who is willing to go. Because when we're willing to go, we become a useful conduit, as you say. I'll use your words, conduit, for good things to happen. You know, and let me rephrase that, for God things to happen.
Yes.
Right. So,
and you know what? There is peace that you cannot explain when those things happen and you're in that presence.
Yeah. Amen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you will get to where you seek that. You will want to be that conduit, because you crave that peace. It's when you're there.
Yeah.
And in a place like this, there's people of all walks of life in here that have that kind of heart, that help people on different subjects of different things. And they want to do that.
Yeah, they want to. And as a matter of fact, I would say that they don't even have a choice. They become, I mean, it's like whatever is flowing into you just seems to be what wants to flow out, right? And so if the Creator is the one that's flowing into you, I think that's probably the best meaning of Scripture that I've heard an awful lot, is that there's a flowing fountain,
Oh, yeah.
and that my cup runneth over. Well, if you know what I'm talking about, when it continues to flow like that, the cup just runneth over, right? So you can't help it.
You put that intent out there, you get out there, and you will feel that among people.
Yeah, amen.
That's it.
So Dwayne, thank you so much I knew that you were the guy to talk to as soon as I heard, what the president said and what, RFK said. And that's a good message. And listen, I hope you guys will grab hold of this information and we better wrap it up pretty quick, because she's about to talk and it's hard to compete with that speaker.
I want to say one thing.
Okay, sure.
You have eyes to see, ears to hear.
Amen.
Be ready, and it will come to you.
Amen. Eyes to see and ears to hear. Even that scriptural says, for those who have ears to hear and eyes to see. All right. So, all right. I love you, brother. Come on.
Love you too.
Bring it in. Thank you so much, brother.
Come here.
Come on, Scott. Get in on it. All right.
Guys.
So
I'm going to pass it on.
Yep.
And let y'all go, okay?
All right. All right. We'll see you later, okay?
We'll see you at Paul.
Yeah.
Keith, it's 12 o'clock. It's about time for your
12 o'clock?
presentation, I think, that for everybody watching live.
Oh, for Ryan?
Well, no, for the live
okay. So
presentation show.
we're going to get two back-to-back experts in the field of herbalism. And so I'm going to set that up right now and just kind of let that run in the background. So yeah, we have bodily needs. Before we do that, real quick, I just want to say that Mickey Gravely, which is my daughter, says remedies over pharmaceuticals both have potential benefits and risks, and best approach depends on your specific health situation, which is so true. We're not all alike, guys. I mean, we came from the same Creator, but there are differences in our body, and there's a difference in our needs. things, and so everybody's circumstances are different, and so that's why I like to bring in people like Dwayne Hall that can help me to discover for my own special circumstance what that need is. So anyway, yeah, thank you for Mickey for that comment. And with that, I'm going to try to find Dr. Patrick Jones. Let me kind of open that up here, and we'll try to get that rolling. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to come over and share screen with you. And again, this is first time that this has ever been aired. This was an interview that the Farm to Table show was lucky enough to get with Dr. Patrick Jones. Make sure that I got the right one up here for you. And I'm going to just go ahead and get out of this one. That way, hopefully we don't have any hiccups. This particular one is only about 19 minutes long. Okay, Scott. So just letting you know that, because we have 19 minutes, but then are we going to just let this one run and then cut away to someone else that's speaking up there, or is this lunchtime?
This is our lunchtime.
This is our lunchtime. Okay, so we got to get it pretty quick. All right. So without further ado, come on now. All right, here we go. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that up on big screen and press play. And you guys will enjoy this. Once again, we try to get to the experts and bring it to you guys so that in case you're not able to come out to places like this, that you are able to still be able to get good information. Of course, I probably, among the people who are in the know, don't have to introduce Dr. Patrick Jones, but he is from the Homestead Herbalist. And if you're out there, Dr. Patrick Jones, thank you for the interview. And we'll see you guys in a bit.
It's all recorded. We can edit out there. The best. We can edit it out.
You say something dumb, we can cut it.
We can cut it. We say something dumb, stupid, we can cut it.
Good clicks. Good clicks.
There you go. It's all about the clicks. Okay. Champion. Hey everybody, this is Ryan with the Farm to Table Show, and I am here at Ozarks Homesteading Expo 2025. And this man to my left, your right, may not need an introduction to you, but we're sitting here with Dr. Patrick Jones with Homegrown Herbalist. And Dr. Jones, thanks for taking time out and letting us crowd in under your tent with this rain and visit with you.
No, it started getting a little soggy out here all of a sudden.
Yeah, I looked at the forecast this morning. It wasn't supposed to happen until tonight, and it's like, man, here we are. But anyway, so we seen each other back at Oki and spoke a little bit back then. How busy has your summer been?
Oh, just insane. That's kind of our crazy time of the year between chasing around doing conferences and lectures and growing stuff and doing plant walks. This is the crazy time of year for us.
Absolutely, and well, which is a good thing to have. It's better than nobody calling. I don't think you got that problem. Well, listen, we were talking about, there's been a lot going on this year with, the big pharmaceutical industries and kind of the MAHA movement and RFK, a lot of things going on. Kind of give us a little bit, if you wouldn't mind, your take on kind of what's going on with the pharmaceutical industry and the mistrust that people have.
Well, I mean, the pharmaceutical industry is producing products, and it's a business.
Right.
The unfortunate thing is that I think they've sort of lost their way. Right. And the medical industry has become an industry instead of a practice of healing. And I got nothing against doctors and nurses. I mean,
right.
my brothers are all doctors. We got one lawyer just in case, but
We got to cover the bases.
but everybody else is a doctor, and and they're great guys.
Right.
They love people. And doctors are in this business because they want to take care of people, but they're being governed by protocols and policies and malpractice insurance and flow charts, and it's very sad. The saddest thing I think is that a physician used to have the freedom to do whatever he wanted for his patient that he thought was in his best interest or her best interest. I'm a veterinarian, been a veterinarian for over 30 years. We can do anything we want with pharmaceuticals. I could take a human drug and give it to a chicken.
Right.
I can give a drug for heart failure for dogs to a cat with something else if I think it's best, because I've got the letters at the end of my name, and the state gives me a license, says you're the doctor, you decide.
Right.
But the medical doctors aren't in that position anymore. Their hands are tied by, the protocols are being written by, attorneys and accountants and corporations, and instead of by the doctor.
It seems kind of counterproductive.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Right. So now, you do homegrown herbalism and homegrown clinical herbalism.
Yeah.
How has that grown or thrived in recent years because of things going on?
Well, I think people are very, very interested in getting sort of back to where we should be, which is using more natural things. We have a tendency as humans to want to understand stuff, and that's great. And so we do research, and we take a plant and put it on a spectrophotometer and see there's 83 chemicals in it, and somebody decides that's the one we want.
Right.
And they start making, they push a button, and the next thing you know, you got pills coming out of a machine somewhere that is that chemical. But they're missing the other 40 chemicals in that plant that are all doing things.
Right.
They're improving in digestion, they're improving metabolism, they're minimizing side effects. And when you take one guy out of that orchestra, you're missing the point. The bugle player's great. I have nothing against bugles, but man, if you have the whole orchestra, you have a very different experience.
Right.
And your body has, instead of one drug, he has a whole pharmacy laid in front of him. And if he needs some of that, he takes it. If he needs some of this, he takes it. And if you give the body what it needs, it can solve all kinds of problems. And I find with plant medicines that that's the case. They have such a broad spectrum of activity, and the body's so accustomed to dealing with them. When you take a drug, your body's saying, geez, what plant is that like? How do I metabolize that? When he takes a plant, it's just a plant. He knows just what to do with that.
Right. Kind of makes sense, work with the body instead of against the body. Right.
Yeah.
And, it's when, medicine has begun, as we talked about, to feel, it's business, it's industry, it's profit. If somebody can grow in their backyard what they need, what does that do from a sense of self-reliance?
Well, it's extraordinarily huge for self-reliance. I raised 15 children. I got 15 kids. Most of them are adopted. People always wondered if we had a TV set or not.
Well, there's that,
But yeah, no, but anyway, I think we had 2 doctor visits in the 30 years that I raised all those kids. And everything else we did with herbs, And if my kids were sick, they'd go out to the garden and get what they needed. It just became a part of the family culture. And in my veterinary practice, I had 2 little cupboards with drugs in them, and I had a whole room full of herbs, because I could do all kinds of things with the plants I couldn't do with the medicines, And sometimes a medication or a surgery or whatever is absolutely the best thing to do. I'd be dead a couple of times if it wasn't for a good mechanic.
Right.
But the problem is that they just over prescribe. And a lot of the health problems, especially in the elderly, is from this polypharmacy where they're taking so many medications and nobody's keeping track, and nobody's saying, well, what? I'm just going to be adding another one. Why don't I look at what we're already doing here and seeing if maybe this is the problem?
Right.
It's really sad.
Well, that's what I know we had talked earlier. Sometimes the side effect is worse than what it was there to treat to begin with.
Yeah.
And so, you spend a lot of time in the homesteading community, going to these conferences and stuff. How much have you seen this grow in the time you've been working with it?
I think there's been a lot of growth. I think herbal medicine is becoming very, very sought after and popular. As a veterinarian, almost without exception, people were very open to it and excited to do it. You know, and honestly, it was pretty rare for a dog to leave my practice, or a cow or a chicken or whatever it was, without having some herbs, either exclusively or in addition to whatever medications I was doing. And you have to be real careful mixing herbs and medicine. It's not something you do without knowing what you're doing. But there were just so many times when the meds weren't going to do as good a job as the herbs were, and so I did the herbs instead.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I mean, and you talk about knowing what you're doing. You know, Joe Bob out there wants to do this. What kind of cautions, or should they take a course, or where should they go to get information so they do the right thing?
Well, first of all, the margins of safety with herbs are vastly broader than they are with medications.
Right.
You know, all the herbs that would make you really sick and die, people stopped taking those ones 1,000 years ago.
Right.
You know,
Makes sense.
we figured that out pretty early. So the ones that are in common use have pretty broad safety effects, safety margins. The three things that are red flags for me: if a woman's pregnant, I'm going to be real careful, because some of the herbs are not safe for pregnancy. If a woman's nursing, I'm going to be real careful, because some of the herbs that are perfectly safe for mom are not safe for that little 8-pound kid that's nursing. You know, and they're going through the milk. And the third thing is, if they're on pharmaceuticals, I'm going to be really careful, because sometimes the herbs and drugs just don't play well together. Sometimes they play beautifully, sometimes they play too well together, and you got too much of a good thing. But it's, you know, there's all kinds of opportunities to learn stuff. I've written a couple of books, you know, and we have an online school that's a lifetime enrollment thing. You can do it at your own pace and do it forever. There's all kinds of opportunities to learn about the plants, but mostly learn a few plants and use them and get acquainted with them, and then learn a couple more, and pretty soon you'll know all kinds of things you can do.
So, you know, for me, when we look at this, and I look, you know, they can't see a little bit of what's around us. There's so much, and yeah, it can be overwhelming.
Sure.
But you know, I think back to, like I said, when I was a kid, we didn't go to the doctor for everything.
Yeah.
Grandma had something.
Yeah.
Might not like it, but she had it.
Yeah, exactly.
So as we go forward with that, I know you mentioned that you have the courses. Where can people find that?
So our website's homegrownherbalist.net, and you know, my books are available there. The Homegrown Herbalist School of Botanical Medicine is available there. But you know, you said it's overwhelming, and it can be, because there's thousands of plants and they each do 10 or 20 things.
Right.
But honestly, if you knew 10 plants and you really knew them, you could do about anything you need to do in your family. It's not as complicated as we like to make it. I mean, I'm a clinical herbalist in practice doing weird stuff, you know, and I could do everything I'm doing with 30 or 40 plants. I mean, I've got 150 of them because I'm sentimental, you know, but even for weird stuff, I could do everything I'm doing with 30 or 40. And so for a family, if you knew 10 plants, and I guarantee you could grow all those 10 plants. And I don't care which 10 it is. You know, people ask me, which 10 plants should I learn? Well, I could give you 10 lists of 10 plants that would cover all your bases. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're very diverse, broad spectrum things.
Right. So it really is an individual's choice to kind of their little recipe for what works for them.
Yeah.
Well, which honestly I like, is it gives you choice based on where you live and that type of thing.
Exactly.
Where was that one? I had a question about. That's what happens when you're trying to remember all this. With that, I mean, what advice would you give to somebody out there who is considered, they're kind of figuring out how to deal with the medical system and making that transition?
Well, first of all, like I said, you have to be very, very careful mixing pharmaceuticals and herbs. And I don't have a broad answer for how you do that safely without talking to somebody that knows what they're doing.
Right.
But if you're not taking pharmaceuticals, you know, there really are herbs that can solve the problem 9 times out of 10, and very often with fewer side effects and broader spectrum of other issues that they address.
Okay. I'm going to switch gears real quick. I'll talk to Chair here in a little bit, but can you tell us a little bit about the auricular therapy?
Yeah, so auricular therapy is another modality that we have a school on, the School of Practical Auricular Therapy. And you can learn about that at homegrownherbalist.net too. Auricular therapy is a fabulous complement to herbal medicine, because what happens is sometimes people come up to me. I was at this show last year, and a gal came up and had some issues and said, do you have an herb for this or that? And my first question is always, are you on any medications? And she says, yeah, I'm on 26 medications. And I said, go sit in the chair and we'll work on your ear. Because I'm not doing anything herbal if you're doing 26 medications.
No kidding.
But auricular therapy is a modality where we use points on the ear, and it has sort of some roots in acupuncture, but it was developed by a French neurologist named Paul Noget, and he did tons of research on what these different points do, and what they're doing basically is stimulating cranial nerves that go right into the brain and then control everything else in your body. And we use, what's unique about our system is instead of needles like an acupuncturist, we're using tuning forks. And we found that that's, first of all, less painful. You don't need a license because you're not sticking a needle in somebody. And it's more effective. The tuning forks seem more effective to me. And I can do both as a vet. I can use a needle or a fork, and I'm always grabbing the fork. But the auricular therapy really, through neural connectivity pathways, can fix almost anything. From pain to panic attacks to digestive issues to just almost anything. It's really an astoundingly useful modality. So, yeah, that's another shoe you can wear.
and I asked that, of course, when me and you talked, I asked that because I did that 6 months ago. Chet did that for me, and I could hardly walk. Pain today, and I've been pain-free. So I mean, it is an awesome thing, and it's like I told my wife, I said, you got to learn how to do this. So, folks, I mean, it is so much that we can do with these things, and I'm glad we were able to sit with Dr. Jones, and I really wanted your insight, on what's going on in today's world with the medical industry and with the mistrust, and I think that's important. Do you think that the change will ever happen inside that industry, or is it going to take the outside?
I think there's a lot of people are more and more receptive to it. Physicians are more and more receptive. They're scared to death to get off the conveyor belt because of the liability. And if they don't know what the herb is or what it's doing, they'd be very foolish to say, yeah, go ahead. And I respect that, because they're giving you pharmaceuticals, and who knows what that herb's going to do with that pharmaceutical, and they don't want a wrench in their works, So I support them doing that until they know what their options are. But I find a lot of physicians are a lot more open-minded than they were 10 years ago. And I'll tell you, in our school, the Homegrown Herbalist School, we have a ton of nurses and a fair number of doctors that want to understand it, and so that's good. I think there's some hope. But mostly, I think people need to take charge of their own health care and their own nutrition. And, for the vast majority of the things we're running to the ER for, or to the doctor, we don't need to. We can solve most of those problems at home with stuff we're growing on our own place, the way our grandma did, and we really can't afford to be the generation that drops the ball and loses that knowledge,
And I think that's such a big thing. And I think that's why I like the Homestead community. I like these events, is because it does bring all that knowledge in one place. It gives us a chance to learn it. Because, and which I don't even want to go down the gut biomes and what we eat and how much that affects things, because that's a whole other conversation. But it'd take forever. But it is so much of the fact that we have become so dependent upon convenience.
We become dependent on convenience. And what we really need to remember and understand is that if you give the body what it needs, it can fix all kinds of things. And whether that's nutrition or whether that's herbs, give it the resources it needs, and it fixes all kinds of things.
It really is amazing the way it works. So I'm gonna give a chance one more time. Let everybody know where they can find you on the socials or on your .net and all that.
So Yeah, homegrownherbalist.net or .com or .anything. We've got all of them.
Okay, the dots.
But yeah, homegrownherbalist.net is a great resource for, we have a whole line of herb supplements. I've got a veterinary line, I've got a human line. And then we've got, the Homegrown Herbalist School of Botanical Medicine is there. The School of Practical Auricular Therapy is there. We also have a platform called homesteadacademy.com, which is just the host for all the schools.
Right, okay.
But you can go to homegrownherbalist.com and find all the information, and it'll take you there.
And you're on YouTube? And
We're on YouTube, yep. Homegrown Herbalist is the channel on YouTube.
Okay.
And we've got Instagram and Facebook, and I don't know what any of those are called, but I guess if you did a Homegrown Herbalist search, you'd find us.
Right, there you go. But I know I've seen it on YouTube.
Yeah,
that I do know.
Yeah, that is the Homegrown Herbalist there, and.
Well, you've been coming to, and I'll wrap this up this way. You've been coming to Ozarks now. It's not your first time here.
Yep.
Kind of what's your thought about this particular? How well is this event? You go along.
Oh, these guys do a beautiful job. They do a beautiful job, and we're just grateful to be part of it. We're grateful to be part of the effort they're making to bring all this information back and keep it going for another generation.
I think it's very important. I know last year the numbers, and I'm seeing this year, and it's really still a very vibrant growing movement, I would say. So anyway, well, listen, I appreciate your time, Dr. Jones. Appreciate it very much. All right, folks, this was again Ryan, Farm to Table Show, and here with Dr. Patrick Jones, Homegrown Herbalist. I want to thank you all for watching and joining us on this particular video. And as we say at the end of every one of our shows, prepare for the unexpected and keep it local.
I did that to give him a chance to show his product, by the way.
Well, all right, but we just barely made it back in time. We don't have our lunch yet, but the people out at the vendors,
it's on its way.
They are going to be bringing it over for us because, like I said, it's like we had about 19 minutes to go out there and get that order, and of course, all the wonderful people that you meet. One of the vendors that's out here is kettle corn, and show that bag of popcorn that you got there. And they say it's light and very lightweight. He can lift it with one hand. You can
I can do this all day.
I believe it. So anyway, but not only that, but this vendor with the kettle corn, they also have a dipped cheesecake.
Yes.
That is
dipped
amazing.
Cheesecakes.
Huh?
Dipped cheesecakes.
Yeah, dipped cheesecake. I guess it's chocolate dipped cheesecake. So that's amazing. And so I'm going to be having one of those a little bit after a while. But while we wait on our dinner here, we're going to kind of keep the party going. And I really need, when it's time to eat, I need Bro to be back down here to take up the, he don't even have anything to eat yet. Well, sorry, Bro. He said, why didn't you buy me something? Anyway.
We need his special skills of never-ending chatting.
Yeah, what we need is a completely different video.
Yes.
To help us when it's time to eat, that people would get something out of. But anyway, I'm just going to come over here, and Delighted Acre Farms checked in again, and they said my dad's three main doctors kept prescribing new meds and changing what the previous doctor did without any cross communication. My mom got vocal. My mom got vocal with them and demanded a joint meeting with all three people. Well, how did that work out? That's kind of what I want to know. Did that work out? But yeah, that really is a problem with our with our medical community. I mean, I know they got us all on computers, and they just look at the reports, and whenever we come into a doctor's office, nowadays they log all of that stuff on a computer, and I imagine they share that among among other facilities to compare and contrast what's there. But I mean, as you guys know, one doctor may be quite fond of treating you this way, to where another one is quite fond of treating you that way. And we also have to be careful. Like, we don't want to just shop around for the answer we like.
Right. Well, there's a lot of different information out on the internet. Is like a lot of you probably already know that, and it's confusing. It's you don't know who to turn to, who's telling you what, because the next person's going to counter what they say. And the frustration in my part, as we've been talking a little today about my health, has been there are medications. Me being a diabetic, there are medications I'm on that actually raise your blood sugar, and I have made that comment to my doctor, and they're telling me it's negligible. But when I take the medication, within 30 minutes, my blood sugar is twice what it should be.
Yeah, and I mean, to us, that seems like counter to what it should be.
The doctors, they're just general practitioners.
Right.
That all they're doing, as we've heard, is practicing medicine, and it's not. We have a sister who last year had a medical issue due to doctors playing this same thing, and she almost died because of the misdiagnosis and the wrong medications in her system. So it's a serious issue, and I think it's something that needs to be brought attention to, especially with general practices. They need to know that it's not just a negligible risk. It is a huge risk when you are in this situation. It's something that could kill a person, and you don't want to be that person.
Yeah, absolutely right. And so what Dwayne, just kind of going back to what Dwayne said earlier, is that we can work together.
Yes.
To come up with the right solution. But I don't know about you, but whenever I talk to Dwayne, I can sense that he's just not processing people. One right
Dwayne
after
is
the other,
called.
the other.
He is, we talk about our callings in life, but Dwayne is called to not only help, but he's called to care. And when he meets you, you see it in him. He's a person who cares tremendously for other people, and he identifies. I mean, like you said yesterday, he just sat there and identified a situation with hardly even looking of what was going on, because he's been through that so many times. And I think that shows the level of care that he does take with people that may even be strangers that he don't know, but he cares enough, to make the assessments and to recommend things to people and help. Like he said, he's no doctor, but he knows how to help.
Well, I tell you what, I want to get you and him together to talk about some of the things you were talking about those 8 medications that's in there, and let's see. And I know that you're quite open to, you just want to find a solution to the problem because it's just been going on too long.
Well, I don't know about a lot of people. I know personally I am more inclined to want to do natural remedies versus pharmaceuticals. I am just, I've always had this feeling my entire life that I do not like taking pharmaceutical medicines, whether it be Tylenol, ibuprofen, or even the heavier medications. I've always tried to stay away from it. And now here I am in my mid-50s, and I'm dealing with being put on one medication after another. And after a while, when you can't get it straight, it makes a person feel like giving up. And, I'm not going to give up, but it makes you feel so defeated. And then you see all the information out there. You watch everybody counter each other, and you don't know where to turn. You really need somebody who cares enough, not only to help you, but to reach out to other people. Like Sonia earlier, she reached out to me to recommend some people from where I'm from in Charlotte. And she gave me the number of some practitioners in Charlotte. These are board certified practitioners that are there to help you figure this out. They go further than your general practitioners. They go further in a deeper dive into making things happen for you and to help you solve the issue, because no one wants to be on 8 medications.
Right.
No one wants to be on 20 medications a day. No one wants to be on 1 medication.
Right.
And if I can have someone who's centered to help me get off those medications, I'm all for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing that Dwayne had brought up is that don't wait till it's too late.
Right.
You know, try to start working on those things today, and work with someone who knows what they're talking about on both sides. We're not demonizing either side, and we're not recommending either side. We're recommending a holistic overall approach.
Well, even as your daughter said earlier, Mickey made the comment that it's a balance between two a lot of times, and you just can't get you just can't take yourself off of things, because that can cause a lot more issues. But to find that balance, and she's right, it's not about just coming off of all the medications and just going all herbal. You can't. It's not a safe way to do it. Even the medications I'm on, the medications I've been on over the years, you just can't stop taking those. You have to balance it and eventually work yourself away from it.
Right, and that was one of the things that I was worried when my wife was, we went on keto, and I thought, well, she's taking medicine to lower her sugar levels, or her insulin, right? and whenever you start getting on that, one of the things that goes away is sugars, and so those turn into carbohydrates, and of course eventually it also turns into insulin, right? And so and it's that whenever somebody is a diabetic, what's going on there is they are insulin resistant if they're type 2 diabetes.
For a type 2, yep. And in my case, not only am I insulin resistant, but away from the diabetic issue, I am also what they call a sugar aversion. My body doesn't process sugar. It doesn't like sugar the same way. And you would think after 50-something years, I'd be completely away from it. But here's the other thing about it. As addictive as drugs are, as addictive as smoking is, as addictive as a lot of things are, sugar is just as addictive to our bodies. And our brains play that case with us. They play against us. And they, sort of like, surely God won't kill us if we eat from that tree.
That other tree. yeah.
So plays with us.
Here's what I'm going to suggest, and get a little bit of your opinion about is you and I, we need to eat.
Yes.
So I'm thinking about taking a break. We'll turn things off. We did manage to get our food while keeping everything going, but taking about a 30-minute break and letting us eat, and then we'll come back and go back live. And what time is it right now? It is 12:36, so we'll be back here at about 1:06, live on the Farm to Table show here at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. And listen, it's still not too late to come out, guys. Come on out too and support these local events, because these local events are so important to our knowledge for humanity, but individually, you can learn so much. You can meet so many good people. Tickets are at the door, tickets at the, when you do come here, is at the entry gate, and they're $15 a ticket, and they're $5 for children 12 and under. So anyway, we're going to sign off for now, and we'll be back here shortly.